this is Conversations Plus, the post show to Hangout Conversations with this guy, and then Rodney Pike was my guest. There he is. Moritz might join us.
I'm not ready yet. Okay.
Oh, Roustan is not ready. As you can see, he body painted his shirt. That's pretty cool.
I did paint this shirt, actually.
He did.
That's
and
pretty old.
Enloe.
Let's see it.
A lot of cool pictures. Oh, yeah, can we see your shirt?
I don't know if we can, because it's,
whatever. Who cares?
it's a band.
Oh, it's clout! I've got no clout!
Well, if you can show it, then I can show mine.
Clout, perk!
This is my Go-Go Bordello shirt.
Perk it!
Cool.
Save that moment.
Rodney's always giving me another K or whatever they do on Cloud, man. I need to go back.
Yeah, you never return them, man.
I know.
I hope
I'm never on there though.
And Andy Stuart, of course, is here, all the way from Scotland.
I need to get. Look, I'm gonna go right now.
He's gonna clout you right now.
Make sure you tweet, too.
Do you have to sign up for that?
You just have to log in with Facebook and Twitter. You can do that, I think.
Yeah, that's probably why I never joined it.
Yeah.
You're already there. You have clout.
Yeah, everyone's on there.
I hate, like, signing up through Facebook.
Paul, so if they put you on the SUL, how would that change your life? Will you be... I'm sure it's coming, although I don't know because you do...
Are you sure it's coming? I don't think it's coming.
It should come. You should be
That would
on
be
it.
nice. It would be get a little more traffic to my website. I feel like everyone has their volume turned down on me. I make a post now and it's not as effective as it used to be back then.
Yeah, I think that has to do with the new design and the new stream and the way it is, and I just don't think it's as easy to see as many things.
Everybody's having that problem?
Yeah,
definitely.
Sure. If I want to see what any of you are posting, I have to go to your profile.
Yeah, that's what Shirley was saying.
Okay, it says sign up or log in with Facebook.
Yeah,
That's it. I don't have any other choice.
But is there really any value?
Do you have a Twitter account?
I mean, it just shows you.
I do have a Twitter,
you can help
but
each
it's not
other out,
giving me an option.
supporting each other.
I guess I
Support each
could
other.
sign up with Twitter.
I don't use Twitter. I'll use Facebook.
I mean, there's Empire Avenue too, which everyone was gaga about. Eventually, I got enough emails about it, so I'm like, all right, I'll sign up. And then
Did
someone's
you
like,
try
oh, you're what?
Have you done airtime yet?
Yeah, that's
I haven't done it. I haven't done it because you have to allow access through Facebook, you know?
Oh, I've done it. It's all right. I mean, it's literally like, are you that anti-Facebook?
I don't like allowing access through Facebook for anything because of all the little hidden
I don't care. Just
privacy things.
I'm not. I'm at this point. I consider myself so non-private that I. Oh gosh.
You see, it doesn't say nothing about Twitter.
No, we can't show that. What are you doing? Get
No.
I've just got a flag. Thanks a lot, Enloe.
Don't green box me or blue box.
All right. Well, not blue ball. I mean box. So Andy, you want to give us an update on the Scotland Hurl? I know isn't Daria flying out there and doing some stuff with you?
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure if she's actually going to be out here for the. You've got me talking like an American. I'm saying out there.
And that's bad because.
Yeah, I'm not 100% certain she's going to be out here for the actual hurl. So I think she might be. I think she might be heading back to the States a little bit before the hurl, unfortunately. I know she's going to hurl with Dolly, I think.
Dolly.
Oh, now with you too?
Dolly just did a voiceover.
Dolly the sheep. Yeah, she will not be happy for you to say that.
Did Dolly request to be body painted? I would think maybe she's a candidate.
She didn't ask.
That would be interesting, right?
Dolly Young?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I don't think she would want to be.
I only let Dolly know it's parted, right?
I don't know if
sure Dolly's partner volunteer.
I love how everyone volunteers other people to me. And we've never spoken about anything like that.
I'm just saying that she would make a good candidate. I'm not saying that I need to see her body painted.
Most people would be a great candidate for body painting.
Yeah, everybody would.
Most people.
Cliff Roth should be body painted.
Even Matthew Rappaport.
That'll be, yeah, I think just from the rear, maybe.
What?
I'll have to be in like a fetal position while you body paint me. Crying, tears of comedy, joy coming out. No problem, Moritz. You tired? Okay, I get it. No worries. We're talking crap about you. Oh, you're jumping in bed? You wear your PJs there, Moritz? Told off?
He just chatted or something?
Yeah, he's you talking to me.
Come on, Moritz. I haven't seen Moritz in
Paul is
any of you guys for like months.
So tell us. So you've been busy. You've been flying around. Been
all over
traveling.
the place.
Boris wants to know why you're crying. He's crying because you're not here.
I'm not crying.
Because you're not here.
I don't
Listen,
cry.
you gotta make it dramatic. He's not gonna come in if I say you just want him here. He said, ha ha ha, LOL.
Wow, that's cruel.
That's a cruel. He meant that legitimately, I think. Alright, so Paul, so New York City Herald 2, now that it's been thrusted upon me, will August, the first weekend of August, now people are saying, oh no, the second weekend, first weekend, the second weekend, I don't know.
Well, Daniel, are you going? Are you going to rent that?
Yeah. Well, that's what I was asking because I was talking
Let's
to
split
Matthew
it.
earlier.
Let's split it.
An apartment, I'm in. I'll give you money.
No,
Yeah.
not the apartment, the hotel.
Oh, hotel?
Dude, I'm down for whatever. I think, Scott Berenstein, I believe that's how you pronounce his name.
Feinstein, yeah, maybe.
I think he's going to be in charge of the lodging, but at this point, it's still really preliminary stuff going on. So, if I know that you didn't want to share, bunk with a bunch of people last time.
Really my style.
So yeah, for sure, man. I'm good. I'm down.
Well, the only thing that was bad about
It'll be
last
me,
time.
Daniel, and Michael Murata.
But
We'll get twin beds
I
and
actually
push
what
them
I
together.
would like, it'd be great if we could get like a whole floor of a hotel and we all stay in the same floor. That'd be cool, right?
You know that I talked to Bruce Garber and he said that the
Probably
hotel he stayed at last time, which was right across the street from Central Park, was $100 a night too.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I don't remember. I think mine was like 100. I can't remember, but it was awesome. The food, the breakfast was outstanding.
Really?
Michael
Rodney's
Murata was
like, I got
Michael
a
Murata
rock
was
deal, my
right.
hotel.
I
great.
was in a dump on the other end of town for $80 a night, and I was by myself. That was my 80, but it wasn't, it was a double room, but I couldn't find anybody to share it with.
There is a hotel where the Titanic survivors stayed that we checked out. I think it's $80 a night. Literally, it's a closet, and you share like a bathroom.
Well, no, we should. It's the Holiday Inn Express. I forget which city it was.
You were in Brooklyn.
Brooklyn, right?
Oh, you stayed in Brooklyn?
Yeah, and it's nice, man. You could totally do it.
Yeah, they were like a mile
Get
from.
a whole floor.
Yeah, but if there's a hotel in Central Park, that would be great, right there.
But the train ride's like 5 minutes. It's like no.
It can be if
no
the
big
trains are
deal.
running, right? Craig Shipp is still around? I thought Craig Shipp was WoW. I haven't seen
No,
him.
he's been back for a while. He said that he was in Florida during the winter. He has a house in Florida, is what he told
Who's
me.
Angel Rooker? Is that a new person? You know?
How many people are watching this, Matthew?
2 people are watching. Listen, that's more. That's
Is
a
that
lot.
actually accurate?
I don't know if it's
I
accurate.
feel like it's not accurate.
One
I
of
feel
them's
like more
Moritz.
people watch, right? Probably. Moritz, more crying.
More.
Yeah, that's why he's not coming in. It's to keep your viewer figures up.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because he can't watch it too. He can do both. Same time. I'm supposed to actually be hurling with Josh and Andy and Sharon Stranskov and a bunch of other people tomorrow. So we'll see.
Andy Bohm?
Boom,
Who?
boom, boom, boom.
Is he gonna be in New York, or are you going?
Oh no, it's in the city. Yeah, I'd like to do a hurl out there. But
Obama has a 94 clout score.
who does? No.
Are you serious?
Obama only 94. He's only 13 points on me. What?
That's high, man.
What's my cloud score?
No, it's
I-
not 10. It's like 5.
I can't find anything in here, man. I'm never on this site.
Yeah,
Let's
it's
get
out of-
Perlo in here. Perlo knows about clout, right?
It's out of 100, right?
I believe it is. Can I just type a
Yeah, it's
name?
out of 100. The weird thing about cloud is it goes up and down, and I think that Google Plus has weighted heavily your activity in Google Plus. So.
My cloud score just jumped 6 points since
Lee
I've been on.
Allison. Speaking of Lee Allison,
Hello.
we're getting the gang back together. New York
I
City.
saw
girls.
that post the other day where you were compared to Hitler in the photo.
Oh, I felt bad about that.
And then
Yeah, I
the
felt bad
lady
about
was
that
like,
too.
Is
felt
really
that why you grew the rest of the?
but then she said, I didn't mean that offensively.
Poor Hitler.
I didn't mean to call you Hitler.
So the deal is, the goatee is all solid white, and in some lights it disappears, and then if you catch this down,
Yeah.
well, the real problem is my Jewish wife is about 15 feet this way, and that doesn't go in any way, shape, or form.
And his wife's name is Allison Allison.
It is.
Hi,
Oh, wow.
Matthew.
Hi, Allison Allison!
Two L's in both. Double L both names.
I miss you and your kitchen
Miss
and Lee and
Pumpkin.
Bruiser.
So special they named it twice.
Yes. Yes.
Well, if you want to know the story about that, you can go back and watch the episode with me and Lee and
there you go.
see all the good stuff. We don't need to talk about it.
Okay, so let's see. I know Matthew, obviously. Andy, hello, nice to meet you. Daniel,
Hi.
nice to meet you. I think you're in my circles, aren't you, Daniel?
New York.
Yeah, I ate some of your dip. I
Yeah,
think that you
we ate
made.
your food.
That's
You got
right.
your food, man.
Oh man, I was so sick.
Paul, you got the chip that was meant for Matthew.
Yeah. I can't.
But I knew that was meant for me, and I passed it off.
No, it was actually really good. I was eating it after it got cold.
It was pretty tasty stuff.
People were scooping out the chicken by itself.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
So we're thinking about New York City Herald too, and if that happens, you're totally in charge of every single solitary place that we eat during the couple of days.
Well, I don't know about all of that, but if we're going to do this, I really, really want us to go on a pub crawl downtown.
What?
It's just so expensive, though, isn't it?
Uh-oh.
Not really. They kind of give away alcohol down here. It's good for arrest rates, muggings, everything else. So.
Well, I was thinking of a Thursday to Monday, and I don't know. I mean, I would think that Sunday night would be bad for everyone, but maybe if they're still here, or Thursday night, or who knows. But at least be in charge of like one brunch and one dinner. Like, is that good?
All right, I'll organize a dinner for us. How about that?
All right, that
That'd be
sounds
sweet.
Okay. I'm going to need head counts when we get closer, and I'll make sure that it's really, really good.
Count me as
and
three people.
and really like reasonable, right?
Yeah, we'll have to have a discussion about what my per head limit is, and I'll see if I can squeeze as much fun. I had a friend of mine who used to say everything is a math equation of how much fun per dollar per hour you can have.
Wow.
And that's pretty profound. I'll try to focus on that and make sure.
Scared to know how much fun, how you equate money with fun, but yeah.
Always. Why don't you?
Don't be scared.
I'm scared! It's gonna be like more fun than pricey or the opposite, and it's not gonna make sense!
We'll always have bail money for you, Matthew.
Yes, we will.
Oh, that's sweet of you to say. But I know a few other people you might need it for. Hey, Paul.
Yo.
Or not. Paul paints people in the nude for fun and money, and they equal fun and money, right? Paul, what's your experience with painting people? Is it fun? Is it worth the money? Is it more fun than the money you're paid, or?
Totally worth the money. If you told me when I was 12 that I'd be getting paid to paint naked people, I'd think you were crazy.
I'm gonna have to invent a DeLorean.
And then you tell me that I get paid a lot of money for it, and I'd think you're even crazier.
It's like totally worn out from that. 'Cause it looks like
I have times where I like I'm pretty miserable in the middle of the painting the person. It's usually because the person and I don't click.
Because of their smell.
Sometimes because of the smell, yeah.
Is it because you're an island girl? What said that?
What?
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 I didn't say anything.
But,
Are we on air? What?
for the most part, I like it a lot, all the time. Most of the time.
Very
Yeah.
cool.
You've never had anybody that was difficult, that was like, I'm cold, Paul!
No, that happens all the time. That happens.
Did it
all
happen
the time.
anytime you could think of recently?
Yeah.
That's
Every
it.
time I paint
Every
somebody.
single time.
So how did you get started body painting?
Uh-oh. You have to go back to the house and watch our episode
Yeah, seriously.
to find that out. Everyone's been on my show. Daniel's been on, Daniel will have to be my guest, and Andy will be my
And
guest.
Matthew, what is your most popular show?
Well, it's the naked women. I mean, Paul.
That's what everybody says.
Yeah,
I don't make a dime on. I think they shut my AdSense on that. I don't make a dime on that. Neither do you. So.
Because of the nudity, right? I was just
Yes,
asking Michael
okay.
Mozart about that. I guess when it gets clicked as 18 plus, then
You can't make money.
yeah, it stinks. Which is why I haven't been making money on mine.
That's complete BS, because I assure you Google's still making money off of it.
Oh, yeah.
Well, they're not posting the ads, though.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I don't think they're posting ads, but that is pretty crazy.
I was bummed, though. I had my Super Scar video went viral. I got like 350,000 hits in one day, 3 days.
Nice.
But they took down, and it wasn't flagged 18 plus yet, and they took down the ad because of the music, which I had paid for commercial license. So I didn't get to
So you had to go have a whole back and forth before they believed it was you had the right.
Well, they
to do
didn't
it.
post the ad, so it was just lost. It was just lost money, and then it's no longer viral. So I think I'm just gonna stop posting ads altogether because they're a waste.
You're not, yeah.
I did a recipe for flour tortillas about 2 or 3 years ago that made enough money to buy me a set of high-end Japanese knives. So that's pretty good.
I'll just be very selective on when I post it.
Yeah, but everybody in here is pretty much an artist of one form or another. I mean, you got the photography and body paint.
You paid, what, $5 for that ad, right? That one ad with the lady?
Oh yeah, that was awesome.
I mean, I don't think that was a waste at all.
Yeah, it's amazing how,
a
like...
lot of comments, and it got shared.
No, I mean...
No, he's talking about AdSense.
AdSense.
That's...
Oh.
Yeah.
So they put an ad over your video, you know? That was awesome. I recommend that to anybody.
But see, that's what I'm saying. So you're paying this woman $5, and that ad might even be worth more than $5.
Oh my, I gave her a tip. I gave her like a $15 tip.
Right. So I'm just saying,
worth
so that's
more than $20 still.
That content is worth more than $20, and yet when you think about the content that's put out there, the ads put over it, and the amount of money one ad on your content is worth.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's what I think. I feel like it's not worth it because I hate when the ad pops up. I always click the X button as fast as I can, you know. And I'm causing viewers to have to do that for nothing.
Well, you get the 5-second skip though, right? So.
I haven't even gotten the check, my first check yet.
Yeah, I did on my old AdSense. But there should be a better way. There should be a better way, and Scoble talked about it, and Scoble talks about it. But I mean, to monetize Google Plus and the content, whether and people feel weird about it, but the Twitter is 140 characters, right? It's still content, but it's 140. Facebook didn't start out with a subscription model; it's friends. So here, we're all quote unquote circling, show we're friends, but the idea that they would get more people using Plus if there was content, they were more, I don't know, they were motivated to. I don't know, maybe it shouldn't be that way. I don't know. What do you guys think about it? It's too early? No?
I don't think Google Plus is going to take off till like 2014.
2014? Wow.
Why 2014?
I just don't think they're in any hurry.
They're not?
No.
They're not in a
long haul.
Do you think... Well, go ahead, Andy, sorry.
I mean, Google Plus, like the whole thing, YouTube and everything, it's all going to be one thing.
Right.
And that's not going to happen until 2014, 2015.
Right, but don't you think they said the Project Glass might come out next year, possibly, and then that'll make Google Plus explode?
What's Project Plus?
Yeah, what's that?
Glass. The
Glass. Oh, Project Glass.
Oh.
So people are going to buy that like it's an iPad, and they're going to want to use it, and they're like, oh, I can't go to my Facebook, but what's this Google Plus I can share it to? Oh. Right? No? Maybe?
I think it's going to take a while for that to catch on. Those people look silly with those glasses on, I think.
You don't think people look silly with their other devices?
You're showing your age, Daniel.
Quite possibly.
Gloves are off.
You have to check yourself anytime you say anything like that.
Oh, man.
Did you guys see the link that was floating around today about Ars Technica, the IT computer website?
Yeah. I didn't see it, but I know that.
They have this article where they basically said that Facebook is all about being open and everybody should be sharing, and yet Mark Zuckerberg, is the leader of Facebook, never posts publicly. He hardly ever appears in any photos or anything like that. So they've declared this the summer of Zuck, and if you can get a picture... If you can get a picture of Mark Zuckerberg in public, a legal photo, they'll pay you $20 for it because they want all the they can.
$20, get out.
I think it was a great stunt. It's pure PR, but it's very funny.
Can you, if you take a picture of Zuck without his permission and put it online, he could sue you, right?
No, because in spite of what the police would like to tell you, there's very, very clear delineation of when you can and cannot photograph people in public. Once they're in public, you can almost always photograph them with a few exceptions. If they're
like if you're on a movie set.
Yeah, if they're on even in a movie set, if they're on a public street, public park, wherever, you're usually open to photographing them. Now, the big burly guy with the black turtleneck can come over and tell you to knock it off, but you can still press the point if you want to a certain degree.
So Facebook users are going to become the paparazzi now?
No, they're not really going to go for that.
And
Summer of
Zuckerberg's going to
Suck
die
sounds
in
like Summer of Suck.
paparazzi car accident.
Oh, man. Are you drinking a smoking jacket or just beer? Anything else?
Scotch.
Ooh, so half a jacket.
Grown man's drink.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I love it. I'm a huge Scotch fanatic. I should do Scotch hangouts.
You do beer
Yeah, I
hangouts.
just earned something.
Plug your beer hangout.
Beer hangout tomorrow night at 10 o'clock. Watch my stream if you guys want to join. Have a good beer. Pabst Blue Ribbon does not count. Come into the hangout. Be ready to pour, drink, and talk about your beer. What could go wrong?
Nice. Everything. What?
Yeah.
Hey, the cops are usually not involved in our beer hangouts, okay? So.
Are you saying cops are not welcome to bring their favorite beer or what?
No, of course. Wow, really? Wow.
What was that sound?
This is my cell phone, my Android going off.
Whoa.
Sounds like that
You got a notification.
that movie that's coming out. What's it called? Prometheus or something?
Oh, seriously jonesing on that movie.
Yeah, it should be pretty good. I hope it's really good and not like Event Horizon. But
You should try to get over to the Edinburgh Hurley, because we're going to have a nosing and tasting of whiskies over there.
Really? Where is that located at? In Edinburgh?
Yeah.
Bit of a plane ride, but yeah, I would love to. I would absolutely love to.
well, we could go for a swim. We can get over there.
Yeah.
Swimming's not going to do it.
A boat.
I think half the people that I know on Google Plus from the States are all coming next year.
Ooh, that'd be nice. Well, if I'm not up to my ears baking challah, I'll be there, okay?
Hello.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Alright guys, I gotta head out.
What? You're leaving us?
I'm gonna go see...
Paul, before you go, is there anything you'd like to say or mention as the last...
Wait, yeah.
Who's the next person you're body painting? Do you have that planned
I'm
yet?
taking a little break for now.
Alright, that sounds
I
good.
had like body paint madness.
I think it's going to be like the first week of August. Daniel in full body.
Yeah.
Nice.
Damn.
That'll be New York City Girl. That's part of the event. Do you mind?
And
I want to do a live body painting maybe before the concert on Friday. We can do that.
let's do a live body painting of Tim Clary.
Well,
There you go.
I don't know if
Wait,
that'll
hang
happen.
on, let's see if I can get this to work. Let me change this around.
What do you want to
Change
get?
my mic.
Are you leaving, Daniel? Oh, you're leaving.
No, I thought Paul was leaving.
No, he's busy playing.
Can you hear
Brooke,
me?
you're here, but I don't see you. Oh, there you are.
Hey, Brooke.
Hello, Brooke.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Hello. Sorry, I'm a little
we can hear you.
mad at the moment.
I wanna
Oh,
show you-
something's lost?
I wanna show
Something's
you-
just lost in a blaze
I-
of glory.
I knew that was gonna happen. That was totally gonna happen.
You know they're going 7 games? Come on.
Yeah, always.
Well, the NBA wants them going 7 games.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So many missed calls tonight, it was ridiculous.
yeah, it's NBA.
That's how I thought
Distracted
about it
by
yesterday.
many balls
So
again.
much more money made. And they want Miami to win, too, NBA wants Miami to win.
Wow.
Oh, really? Because ESPN was totally the LeBron James network tonight. Totally. It was like, LeBron James can't do anything wrong. And I was like, there are more
Really?
players.
Did you see the other game? Okay.
No, we won't talk about the other game.
Yeah, you lost, dude.
Yeah.
You were a little pissed because you posted on my post about that.
Oh my goodness, I
Hey,
was so bad.
you're a Miami Heat fan, Daniel?
No, Spurs.
Oh, them.
Dude,
Yeah,
the Thunder just basically bullied
Manhandled.
the Spurs, man. Every time, what's the guy's name? The Sixth Man of the Year award.
Who? Harden?
Who got the
Harden.
Yeah, James Harden.
Every
Yeah.
time he was around the Spur, he'd throw an elbow or throw his butt out at him. Every time. And it's like the Spurs are like little girls, man. Like,
Well, they are because they're very fragile because they're old. What are you talking about?
I was so
For
upset.
I mean, if I had a knuckle for every time Ginobili flopped in a game,
Tony Parker still plays
I'd
pretty
be already going to the hurl.
I don't know. Tony Parker's still pretty freaking amazing. I don't.
Yeah. Did he
I don't
make
know.
top 10?
He's finally got his mojo back after his divorce. What?
Right.
Uh-oh.
That's how it works. So, Brooke, you hang out with Rodney Pike a lot. Get a lot of
Yes,
Rodney
we do.
there, right?
Yeah.
What are some kind words you want to say about Mr. Pike? Put you on the spot.
Rodney's awesome. Rodney has helped me a lot with Sports Chat TV. The banner you see on my profile, on my Sports Chat, that was designed by that man right there. Yeah, he's just helped me with that. We're good friends. We hang out.
Did you make? I'm waiting for the Brooke Brown caricature. Is that coming up? She's got big hair.
Brown caricature?
Yeah, just make her hair really like.
Yeah,
all
I would have to have a large canvas for the hair. Yeah.
and this is my hair tame.
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
we want to see it standing up like diagonally.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd be like Beyonce's character in like Austin Powers. You know?
It's got to come in handy at Halloween, though, right? Just let it go.
Yeah, it's so easy to dress up as somebody in the 70s because I already have a fro.
It is.
See, I would have to work at that.
Yeah, I had a Jufro, but it's gone.
Yeah, Brooke is one of the most real females on Google Plus. I mean, she's Brooke, you know. She's awesome.
Yeah, man.
Well, Rodney's been on my show twice already, so just saying, Matt.
I've been on your show once. I share the hell out of your show.
You know where
I'm
you
the
are
only
with
sports one on here, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, there's celebrities, there's sports people. Should we talk about Tiger Woods Hangout while you're here? Just for that?
Sure, because I watched every minute of it and then wrote an epic post about it.
Does anyone care about Tiger Woods or golf?
Tiger Woods?
Yeah.
During the hangout, did he cheat on his wife?
Yeah, I think he did twice.
Twice? Wow.
Yeah. Well, are they still married? Or they got
No,
divorced?
they're divorced.
Oh, well, there you go then.
She owns all his money. And balls.
Yeah, she got half because there was no prenup.
All
But
his
anyway.
golf balls. Yeah, that's smart.
Oh, wow.
Wait, how do you cheat on your wife and not have a prenup? At least have a prenup.
Who is this?
Tiger.
Tiger.
Oh, man. It's not as bad as Tony Parker screwing his teammate's woman.
Yeah.
I hate it when that happens.
Ugh.
Wait, did that happen? Oh, that's why she left him because he was doing that? Or?
Yeah.
That's why Eva left him, yeah.
Are they still teammates? Wait, who was the
No,
guy?
he's retired. He works for the NBA channel, NBA TV or whatever.
I'm sure he enjoyed covering the Spurs, huh?
Wait, what? You named that. NBA. Oh, I know who you're talking about. Okay, never mind.
That was a secret?
No, it's just if you know who's on NBA TV, you know who it is.
Oh, yeah.
And he was a Spur for a while, too.
Is this a little guy?
His name is...
Avery
His brother
Johnson?
works for ESPN. I can't remember his name.
Welcome to Conversations Plus. We're trying to figure out who did Tony Parker screw over.
Let's Google it. Tony.
If only there was some service on the web where we could go search things.
No, that would be crazy. You know, that'd be like trying to put the whole experience of college online. You know, who would ever do that?
Barry was his name.
Brent Barry?
Brent Barry.
What, they've got the drunk 4 a.m. texts online? Wow, that's nice.
It's called Facebook.
Now, have you guys ever seen a site called Texts from Last Night?
Yeah,
Yes.
I love it.
Love that site, but you know, it makes me really glad I'm not in either that age group or that demographic in any way, shape, or
Or
form.
that stupid.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I don't know. That one's kind of a little old. I mean, there was FML. That was funny for a while.
FML was good.
But now it's all about autocorrect.
Autocorrect is getting played out. The one that I've seen, it is. The one that I've seen the best that I like is Text from Dog. Text from Dog is awesome.
It's a lot of woof, a lot of.
No.
They actually have an app for Text from Last Night.
They have like an FML.
Why does
There's
a
always an
website?
app for that.
Why does a website need an app? I mean,
Everybody
I've got a
needs an
browser.
app.
They want clicks, and it's a lot easier than
They want you to go right
opening
to
a
them.
browser and hitting your bookmark or whatever you do. Do y'all do bookmarks on your mobile? Because I have like 60.
Some, but I don't
Not
know.
on my mobile.
What's that thing I use? It's a lightning bolt is the icon.
Oh yeah, I have it too.
Yeah, we talked about that once before. You were in a Hangout when...
Yes, sir. I have it installed, but I have it disabled right now.
I use Chrome's speed dial, which puts
That's what it is.
yeah.
Speed dial.
Yeah.
Speed dial 2.
This is an inside joke, but Rodney, did you get my message?
Unfortunately.
See, there's my speed dial.
No.
Oh,
It's good
another
news.
one? Wait, what?
It was on the original post, and Matt was supposed to relay to you that the answer was yes.
Oh, Rodney! Yay!
Man, I've had a good day today.
Yeah. Wait, the answer was yes to what?
It's a long and drawn-out inside story that I'm not going to put on air.
Yep.
That's all I have to say.
And I could say something, I'm not going to.
I was going to drop you in at that book.
Keep me,
Well, Andy knows, too. Andy knows the inside joke.
And now my entire audience has no idea. My all 2 viewers. And all those of you who are watching the delayed recorded thing, you don't know either, so.
So we're all lost together.
We're all lost. Well, no, 3 of us are lost.
I would tell you if this
3
was
of us
on
are
air.
found.
That's all.
Well, pretend like it's not on air and tell us.
Just think about questions.
That's not how that
can
works.
be-
I don't even know what the question is. Hey, who are you to tell me? Oh, that's right. You make good food, right?
Yeah, there you go.
I forgot. How's Bruiser doing?
He is good. He's over here holding down one end of the couch against a sudden burst of anti-gravity.
That's hot.
Yeah.
You need to take pictures and post it online.
He's over here. It was kind of cool. A couple weeks back, we took a trip to Washington, D.C., and we had to get a last-minute dog sitter. The dog sitter that we got lives here in Queens. He did a really great job. If you guys need a dog sitter, send me a text. I'll give you his name and phone number and everything. But I used a
I'm the only one that lives in New York, by the way.
No, I live in New York too, Matthew. So anyway, we used a product called YawCam, Y-A-W, yet another webcam, to set up a nanny cam that was watching over the entire living room, and it took a picture every minute throughout the entire 3-day weekend. I compiled all the pictures into a big movie. The hairy little bastard never, ever got off the couch. He spent the entire weekend, 3 days on the couch. It was...
He never peed or ate or...
Well, whenever Jason, the dog watcher, came to take him out, he got up for that. But, I mean, it's online, you know. It's an amazing amount of nothing, of just laying there.
What did you want to see?
You know, I was hoping he would get up and, like, do dishes or something. Or sweep up all that hair that he sheds, maybe. Yeah. That would have been nice, but no, that's for Daddy to do, so, you know.
Yeah.
So you get a cat, they eat their own hair. Of course.
Yay!
Barf it all back up in one nice compact little wet sponge thing for you to pick up.
Kind of like a trash compactor.
Yeah. Not really, no.
And if you want to see more, Saturday is the day you need to see more.
Yeah.
Huffington Post. Oh, that's the Tony Parker story. Okay, so we have lots of people. 3 people are watching. Watch out. 300, I mean.
Is that just YouTube numbers, or is that like through the
I
stream
don't
as
know.
well?
They've told us in the Hangout team that it's everything, but who knows? And also, you never know when it's like a new person or an old person or an old new person. But,
well, 3 viewers is more than none. So,
holler.
Shout out.
Is it? Yeah. Wow.
That's very profound.
That's math that I enjoy.
It is.
It's because I do a show as well, and I'm like, when I get more than 2, I'm like, yes.
Hey, Eric McKee and I do a thing called Chef's Roundtable. We just did one earlier tonight. We had 2 watchers for a little while. I was very stoked about that. I honestly was.
3!
Oh, okay, so I've got to beat 3 next week. Damn.
Well, I think we're up to, I don't know, the highest that everything's ever gone up to is probably at this point. Oh, 4! Watch out.
You just got your mom to log in, didn't you? That's cheating.
That's what I did. I used yes, that word. I was telephone.
Telephone?
Telephone. I used a telephone in my brain. It's always the one. You know, the one that's connected to the internet at all times. I have good Wi-Fi. Haley, are you busy tomorrow? Are you busy tomorrow night? Because you and your wife, do you want to come hurl with a bunch of us, or not really?
No, she's working Fridays until 8 right now. What and when?
Something like 3:34. We're meeting at Battery Park, and then we're doing something all day, night. You can meet up with us if you want to.
Yeah, send me a text. Send me a text,
Oh.
Definitely.
See, I did all that on air.
Have your people call my people. Okay.
All right, I'll have Spielberg call you when he's not busy.
Oh, speaking of the new Hurl thread today that went bazonkers.
No doubt.
Wait,
I'm
can you
still
say bazonkers again?
Bazonkers.
Thank you.
Excellent.
Anyway, I vote this next Searle, though, it has to be West Coast, because that's where I'm at, and...
There's no next hurl. Hurls are happening here, there, everywhere. There's an Edinburgh.
No, I know, but I mean, if we're going to make a big epic one, it can't be in New York again. I'm sorry.
I want to go to the West Coast for that.
Yeah, I would say West Coast before East Coast, but I'm still saying New Orleans.
New Orleans.
That would be a fun hurl.
They all had money.
There may be drinking involved in New Orleans. I cannot be held accountable, but
there may be drinking in every single solitary hurl. But
this is true.
This is awesome. Hey.
Oh, okay. Since Matthew's hurting for topics, let me bring this one up. Did you guys?
That was the line of the day.
Did you guys? Hello, Mike. Did you guys
Mike.
see this? That Anthony Bourdain is joining Nigella Lawson in a reality TV cooking show. What the hell?
Does he cook?
Can he even cook?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He can cook really good. Le Hall, his restaurant here in New York, is unbelievable. Unbelievable. And he worked the kitchen in that from the ground up. I mean, that's his restaurant. But yeah, man, he lost all sorts of major street cred when he teamed up for reality TV. Just like, oh man,
well, which show did you prefer? Did you prefer No Reservations or the one where he was traveling? It was the Layover.
I haven't seen but 1 or 2 episodes of Layover. We've been catching No Reservations on Netflix, and that's good. I like No Reservations. It's not bad. I have noticed, though, if he's not in a restaurant, if he's in somebody's home, they can serve him roadkill, and he's always just a super gracious guest.
Really?
Yeah, I've never seen him trash a home-cooked meal, not even once.
He's a smart man.
Yeah, because I don't think that would go over good with the viewers.
Right.
I don't know, but
or with the person in the house.
He's more.
He's not Gordon Ramsay.
Critical. He's more critical, but yet he still eats wherever he's going, whatever restaurant he's told to go to.
Yeah, I'll give him props for that. I've never seen him push away from anything.
Yeah, he's not Mario.
Yeah, but man, the whole reality TV thing. Oh.
Well,
it's cheap to make, and that's why it exists.
There are so many shows about cooking, so many Travel Network, the Food Network, and all these other ones. And there's the Chew, which is mostly about food now. What do you think about all that? Are you guys, how much cooking can you, do you watch a lot of shows lately?
I really, truly don't watch very much of it, especially now that Good Eats is off the air, that they've finished their run. There's really not anything else. For starters, if it's reality TV, we're getting this fake team here against this. Yeah, I've checked out before I've even gotten past opening credits. That's just personal preference. Not to say it's not good TV. I just don't personally like it. No, I don't like Mob Wives.
You're not a fan of Cupcake Wars?
No.
You don't like Storage Wars? What?
No. I got to tell this. This is absolutely true. My wife is the smartest person I know in any gender, male or female, and she is completely addicted to Mob Wives. And I'm like, oh, why?
No,
her cloud just went down.
Hold on a minute, though. You have to watch one episode of it.
Why?
And then you get hooked.
No.
Mob Wives downplaying
I wasn't.
The Real Housewives of New Jersey. What?
See, I don't watch any of the Real Housewives. I didn't watch Desperate Housewives. But the only wives I have watched are Basketball Wives, which you can't get more trashy than Basketball Wives. but then came along Mob Wives.
No wonder they have affairs. What?
Yeah, well, the funny thing with the basketball wives, they're all exes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Well,
none of them are wives.
well,
They're-
food-related
they're broke.
or not, reality TV is to me one of the biggest reasons, or one of the biggest harbingers of the death of society. I just,
It's because it's
Some
cheap
people believe
to
it's
produce.
Facebook. What?
it's 100% fake. It's totally scripted, guaranteed every single time.
Well, especially if they go more than one season and then popular, yeah, then they play a character.
Yeah.
Unless it's a competition.
Yeah. Okay, so I watched. Who's ever watched Ice Road Truckers?
I have. That
Okay.
show's compelling.
I watched the first season, but then why do you need to come back for season 2? Or did the ice change?
Did the story
Did they
change?
use new technology? Like, I don't know, maybe a
I would
helicopter?
like to see one of those giant trucks plunge into the water. I haven't seen that yet.
I think that's why people watch it.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
it's
just
like
that possibility that they
Yeah, it's like
you
I
watch
like-
you watch
racing.
MMA for the
I like-
blood, right?
I watch racing for the wrecks, you know.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
that's true.
Yeah, the hockey fights.
It's another compelling reality show. It's like
I mean, I think, didn't everyone watch first season of Survivor when it was on?
No,
You're all just curious? You
I
weren't
have
curious about
never
those?
watched an entire
Survivor is-
episode.
I can't do Survivor,
I
I can't
just
do The
watched the
Bachelor, Bachelorette.
Season.
But sad
Did
to say,
you-
I have watched every episode of Jersey Shore.
I will say,
That's the worst thing I've ever heard.
I enjoyed the
Oh,
first
my.
season of Love in the Wild.
we just lost all 3 viewers now.
No, we lost one yeah, one. Hey, bro.
I don't know, man. Love in the Wild. I might have to Google or torrent that one. That sounds like that should be like pay-per-view.
First season was actually, I liked it. The winning couple was
What
this
was it
like
about?
average couple that met up and they were sweet together, you know.
Wow.
I did not get the impression that it was staged, but
I guarantee they all are.
they probably are.
Uh-huh.
Guaranteed.
Or at
Okay,
least, if not entirely staged, they're highly coaxed into things.
What
No,
what show are
every
we talking about now?
Every
That was a while.
reality TV show, they give them a topic, they
We
send
lost
them to a
one of the
restaurant
viewers. Stop talking
or a
now.
place, and they have to talk about it.
This is technically reality, right? I mean, it's
well,
well, it's not scripted though.
Well, it's not
I-
scripted.
I don't have
Well,
cable
maybe
anymore,
it's
but
not
when I did, I was really, really addicted, and I don't know why, to Real Housewives of New Jersey and New York. The other ones I never watched. But I will say that I have been on the set of a reality show once
So
upon a
bad.
time.
By definition, aren't we all every day?
Yeah, right.
Uh-oh.
I wasn't supposed to be on the set, but
You're fine.
yeah, it was pretty cool.
Okay, so how about this?
Wait, in reality TV, the fact that you just said you were on a set says
Yeah.
it's not really
Oh,
real.
I
Right.
can tell you
Okay.
a lot about The Apprentice.
Okay, so other than Bronwyn and myself, who else has given up cable entirely?
I want to, but I haven't done it.
And the reason why, and the
I had
why,
a
for
good
the
one.
internet?
Yeah.
I got struck by
Can't watch HBO.
lightning. Took out 2 TVs.
Well, I
And then-
used to be able to watch HBO, but then I broke up with that guy, so.
Oh, and the truth comes out.
All right, I need a refill on scotch. I'll be right back.
I can't get rid of TV, and then where did all the sports go?
Yeah, exactly. Well, you can watch sports online, but I guess it's not the same thing.
It's not the same.
But I think you need a cable provider to watch the sports online. I think ESPN3, right, or whatever it is.
Yeah, you do.
So, there it is.
Okay,
And-
so hold
The
on,
thing
hold on.
about this conversation is that you guys are all talking about giving up cable, and we haven't got it yet.
You mean you personally, or your country?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Probably quite a lot of the country, actually.
And which country is that?
Scotland.
Awesome.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
you do have certain channels that you can watch sports. We watch football, we watch rugby, right?
How many
Hangout.
BBC shows can you watch?
Only
Hey,
one at a time.
Hey, folks, can I jump in for just a second? I just want to show you what's working at our house.
Wow. Chala! Wait, can I get a picture? Can I get a picture of the lab?
What is that?
Is that Jewish?
The hollow loaf. Technically, yes, it's Jewish, but I'm getting ready to start selling these.
How do you say it?
Wait,
Challah.
you're having your own little business?
Yes, I am. The Flying Challah.
Wow.
We're shipping this stuff.
How did that come to be?
Because this is something that, you know, I do really, really, really well, if I do say so. And you got to play to your strengths, right?
Sweet. So I'll have to try your challah for the
Next time you're over. Next time you're over.
Sweet.
All right, I got to go put this in the oven. I'll be right back.
All right, enjoy.
Okay, so
And that was Lee Allison. This is Conversations Plus. You're all like, what's going on? It's Rodney Pike was my guest. He's hanging out. We're just hanging out. What were you going to say?
I was going to say I let my son play with my phone. He's playing the new Angry Birds, and apparently they've made to where you can buy things right in the middle of the game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so he's over here pushing buttons, and I'm getting receipts, and I'm like, what the hell?
Daddy, I hit a button.
I thought they made that
99 cents.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, don't push anymore. No more.
Stop pushing your daddy's buttons.
Daddy, you've got a Ferrari coming.
Seriously, man.
We're down to 2.
I didn't realize that they did that with that new Angry Birds space.
Maybe.
And, man, I know a lot of other games are getting flack for being able to do that, but I thought Angry Birds was more better than that. But
it's the new space one. I didn't know they did that either. So I just learned that the hard way. Whatever. 99 cents.
It's like butter. It's like, you know what, this is something interesting. We're talking a little bit about between Facebook and Google+. It's interesting to see how posting stuff over on Facebook, like HOAs and stuff, that people are clicking on them, and your real friends, they're starting to watch them and say, and tell me, I've seen all your YouTube stuff, you're funny, I've seen all, you know, like, what's going on with it, and people are starting to, like, be like, oh, what is all this? Because they're seeing YouTube links, they're not connecting the Google+ aspect and all that, so, I don't know.
All I do on Facebook is post about Google+. That's all I do.
That's all I do, really.
But I don't think people are going to connect.
Because...
How do they connect the dots?
No, I'm not on Facebook. It's
Google?
funny because... Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, Google should just go buy all their shares and then shut it down.
Zuckerberg would never give up on that.
Well, both of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I was just going to say...
Somebody has left, too?
A couple days ago, that article about us not being a ghost town, I posted it on my Facebook, and the best thing was that I had a bunch of people comment on it, you know, like, oh, this Google Plus thing, because all my friends now on Facebook, they won't come over here, they know me as the Google Plus person. That's all I post.
My friend's birthday was on Tuesday, and and we went to the comedy club, and he brought a friend, and I spent like 45 minutes before like the show started, like pimping Google Plus, because he's like, I never see you on Facebook anymore. Like, if I didn't have your number, I'd never talk to you. And I was like, get on Google Plus. He's like, well, I tried, but like nobody I know was there. And I was like, exactly. You have to, like, you know, be social. You have to make friends, be active. You can't just like sit back and wait for the people you talk to all the time from high school to find you. Like, get off your ass and do something by sitting in front of the computer.
I keep being suspended on Facebook for trying to follow too many people.
That's ridiculous, man.
Yeah.
Why they have that?
They don't like you doing that. Social media where you're banned for being social.
Zuckerberg would have learned something, you know, from Google Plus, because I think that was an enormous plus for Google Plus.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm zoning.
I'm gonna skip that all. Yeah, I was.
Say hi to
tonight with the Hangout.
Say hi to your people.
Well, no, they're gone. It's another Hangout.
What do you mean?
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night, viewers out there. Those 3 of you. Those 3 of you.
Hey, it's 200. Thanks for coming in. That's Brooke Brown. She does Sports Chat TV. You should watch it if you like sports, or Brooke, or both.
I don't like sports, but I watch it.
I don't like Brooke.
And oh, bam! I don't like living, but I do. What? No, I do. I love it. No.
I like Brooke. I like Brooke. I support all of my, friends or acquaintances on here on all their projects. Why I sit through every single thing that Matthew does.
What? Sit through. It's entertaining times. Like
High five, Bronwyn.
what? You guys sit through it? Get out of here! I don't want your sympathy watching. Lee, there's sympathy viewing. Have you guys seen the episode with me and Lee? Have you seen the episode with me and Mike? Have you seen the episode with me and Rodney?
Well, in the episode, you and Rodney.
Well, no, this is, we just did the first part of it.
The amusing thing about the episode you and Rodney is the one person that you spoke least to is Rodney.
What?
Wow. Why do you hate Rodney?
Ouch, well, Rodney, that was an attack, so you did watch it. All right, Rodney, we'd like to see some of your art, if you could go through it and screen share, and we can talk about it. That's what I kind of wanted to. He's like, I don't want to do that. All right, Rodney didn't want to talk about Rodney and Stuart. What can I do? I can't force them.
What are you talking about, man?
Rodney's like, it's too long. I got a sad sob story, sister. All that stuff. Yeah, no, Rodney, seriously though, you've done a lot of great. You've done Spielberg, Clooney, Dick Gandotra. You've done a lot of Tim Jones, a lot of people. Show us some of your stuff. Let's see some of your wares, if you don't mind.
Oh, you want to see something now?
I want to see your celebrities, your pluses, your plus birdies, whatever they're called. And while he's doing that, Lee, let's see your scotch.
You want to see the scotch?
Yeah, we want to see the scotch.
Yeah.
No, there we go. All right.
I got to find the camera. I've got like 2 of them up here.
Yes, Lee has a pretty crazy setup with the 2 screens, and you can go over the screen into the other screen. That's just craziness.
It's wide.
Yeah.
One of these days, evolution's going to kick in, and my eyes are just going to do like this all the way around.
Project Glass. We'll do that. So we're looking at Woody Allen, maybe. A Woody Allen. Can we say that? Yeah, maybe. Oh, that's ScarJo?
Wow, that's nice.
That's what she said.
Excellent.
Oh wait, Conan's sweet.
That's
So
the
wait,
one that,
let's.
That's the one that what they call it? What do you call his page?
Team Coco.
Team Coco.
They found it?
Team Coco called me and wanted this, but they wanted it for free. And I told them no thank you.
Wow, they wouldn't even pay a dime, huh? Well, they did this TBS, though.
Yeah, they said, you're going to be on TBS. Well, what else?
Were they shocked that you turned them down?
Yeah, whoever I was talking to seemed to be surprised that that I had the gall to turn down,
Conan O'Brien.
Conan O'Brien. I told her, I said, I'm just not impressed with celebrities. I mean, I'm in business to make money.
Cool. Tim Burton?
Yeah,
This last one I did a little bit more aged, and his one man.
I like. Can you go? Who was the person in the window in the Conan photo?
In the window?
Oh, that's the Queen of Hearts from Alice in Wonderland.
No, in the Conan one, he had someone in the window.
Oh.
Yeah.
What's that? Oh, what about Conan?
You had somebody in the window in the back?
What are you talking about?
Oh, the Coco one.
Conan. There's a picture.
Oh,
yeah, who is that?
Well, who else? It's Stephen Colbert.
Is that Colbert?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, who
Nice.
else would it be?
Nice. Well, it's when they're caricatures and their faces are wider. Sometimes you can't,
This is the only job I ever got from Facebook.
Nice.
It's a disabled Iranian dude that got somebody from America to buy him a caricature. He wanted to look like Snoop Dogg, I think he said, or 50 Cent, or one of them.
Ali G.
Man, yeah, those are great work.
So, what do these cost, if you don't mind my asking?
A lot.
Ready then.
No, actually, I don't.
It's like,
no, I
send me a
don't.
message.
Yeah. I usually ask people to email me if they're interested, in the prices, because it varies so much, and I do personal portraits for people. I've done a lot of them, and I do them for a reduced price, greatly reduced price from what I charge magazines for the same size image, amount of work. So, it's like, $200 difference, $300 difference in the price. So, yeah, I mean, magazines, I don't know, it varies on the size and everything.
So have you had, is it the magazines, people that want to pay for this stuff, are most of them pretty open and they're like, yes, we'll pay you, or are a lot of them very, like Conan's woman? Like,
well, it depends, the Village Voice was the biggest pain behind, because the guy had a real low budget, and he knew exactly what he wanted, and I had to do exactly what he told me to do, and it suffered as a result. I didn't like it, the cover, and but it was what he wanted, and that's what you got to do sometimes. But the best ones have been the big ones, like FHM Tennis Magazine. They call me. They say, Rodney, we got a story that's gonna, it's gonna involve this character, this character, this character. I need this size. I need a 2-page spread and 2 quarter-page. And they'll send me a sampling of images and tell me, pick what you want and make it good. And that's it, man. I mean, I have total freedom.
So how do you just choose? How did you choose Steve Martin, Pink Panther? Like, what was the?
No, that's just fun one. That's just you want to see.
How do you choose them?
I'll show you some commissioned ones.
We're happy to look at all of them. So.
Huh?
So we're happy to look at all of them. They all look amazing.
Oh no, there's hundreds.
There's the bird.
All of them.
Yeah, I like that one, the bird. Notice the nose. What?
Kind of hard to miss it.
Kind of hard.
Yeah, I didn't like this one.
I like it.
But it was a commission. It was FHM.
It's like the Leprechaun version of Sean Connery.
Yeah.
Bobblehead version.
Yeah, I didn't like the way it came out.
You kissed my mother with a... I can't say that. I don't even know what I can say anymore. I'm going to get a phone call tomorrow. You realize there were celebrities on your... Live from that. It's Bill Murray, right?
Yeah. Always like...
Not his best day.
Saturday Night Live. This wasn't a commission, but it was a pretty cool deal. Paulo Coelho, he's a Brazilian author, and he's famous in Brazil. But what is that? What's that? There's a really, really popular book that he wrote. I can't remember, but if I said it, you would know what I'm talking about. But let's see, where.
Was there one that was like the hardest or took the longest to do, or?
Yeah, let's see. Probably the Obama sisters was the most in-depth one that I've ever done, where I did Obama as himself and his own sister.
So kind of like Jack and Jill, except if Obama started instead of Adam Sandler. Alright.
Let me see, where in the world was it?
There, you did Furlough.
I got so much stuff. See, this was a tough one here. This California 90420. I mean, it was a great experience, and I met these guys on Google Plus. Catchphrase Entertainment. Dean Schill, the owner of Catchphrase Entertainment, the producer-director there. he knows Guy Kawasaki. And
I'll be right back, folks.
We were talking to Guy, and he saw it was the day that I did the portrait of Guy. And Guy had put it up there, and he said, "Who did that?" And he said, "Rodney Pike." And he said, "Can you show me more of his work?" So that's where that started, and I did the entire, the movie set, the DVD wrap, the posters, all T-shirts.
Now, you just did the picture? You literally did all the text and everything?
I did everything. Yeah.
Wow.
I'm not a graphic designer, and I don't have any layout software. This stuff was put together in Illustrator and Photoshop. That was it. Which is not the right way to do it.
Well, now I know who to go to with my DVDs in the future, my movies. I'll tell you. I like that other one. What was that? Was it Forrest Gump?
What? No, it was a parody on.
It's Obama.
This is old. This is very early stuff. Let me find something.
This is Conversations Plus. We're going through the artwork of one Rodney Pike, who is now a suggested user. Ah, another suggested user. That's awesome. What are the chances?
Huh?
It's funny that I was just saying you both made the list in the same day, and then you have a picture of him.
This was the FHM.
Ah!
That was the FHM submission. There were several that they wanted simple,
I bet that
white background with a drop shadow, and
I shook his
so
hand.
that's what I delivered.
That was before he was all.
You should have so.
I touched his chair.
This was FHM football.
Hey, Rodney, can you show one of Mick Jagger and the boys?
Oh, I hear a voice. It sounds like Lee Ellison.
It is. The camera will come back on in just a minute.
Is your wife by you? Is that one?
Yeah, she's in her PJs right now, so.
PJs.
Most controversial image I've ever done.
Oh my God! You really took Obama and you
I kind of heard on him.
you slam on.
I love this sign.
There's one here I've never shown before. You want me to flash it?
Oh!
It's a news story. It was done at freakynews.com for a news story about Mel Gibson going berserk on his girlfriend.
Sweet.
I've never shown it before because
That was good.
too
controversial?
Yeah.
He's always kind of getting that thing.
It would get some people.
Who is that? That was an M. Night Shyamalan, wasn't it?
What's that?
Who was the one we just saw in Egypt? Is that the leader? I don't know his name.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was the president of.
That's when he got kicked out of the presidency.
It looks a little like M. Night Shyamalan, too. So.
Was it Ahmad Ahmadinejad or something?
Gesundheit.
These are my most popular, by far my most popular characters right here. These two.
Now I know why Beyonce married him. Look at that.
They had the most views by like 20,000, or so on my blog. This was another FHM. That's just.
Now that one I liked.
That's playing around. This is a friend of mine, a gift from a friend of mine, Jesse Smith, tattoo artist.
It would be cool to have all your images on one shirt and sell that shirt. That'd be pretty cool.
That's my stepson. This is a FHM. This was a 2-page spread, chopped in half. This was a Google Plus commission. That guy paid a lot of money for that.
Nice.
Young kid. He's a big gamer. This is FHM.
It's nice when people respect you and your work. Some people don't have money,
Yeah.
but the people that do have money.
That's a Google Plus portrait.
Rodney, do you have any of Mick Jagger?
It's coming up right there. There you go. That's Metallica.
That's Metallica. There's one.
There's Jagger.
Ouch. My wife is a huge Rolling Stones fan. She's actually toured the country following them in concert before.
So she can't always get what she wants, right?
No, actually, she usually does get what she wants.
It's
So.
what you need to check out.
I
and
said
show her.
she can.
Look up the works of Sebastian Kruger of the Stones.
Okay.
Enloe, check that out. I mean, it's brilliant stuff, man. He traveled with the Stones for like 20 years, and he's by far the best caricatures in the world. Although he doesn't do it anymore, he does extremely large portraits of stars. But
Sebastian Kruger?
Kruger, Kruger.
Kruger, okay.
I actually have to get going and take care of something, and I don't think I'll be back before the end of the night, so it was nice
Good night,
seeing everybody
Thanks
again. Have a good night.
Good night.
Will I see you tomorrow? Can I see you tomorrow?
Ask the hotness.
Oh, God, alright, it's fine.
Alright, bye.
See ya, bye.
This is another controversial one. I don't show it.
I would imagine, yeah.
People don't like it.
Where's you had the other Stones one that you
look-
showed us. Yeah, okay, cool.
Ah!
Searle!
The Prince of Darkness.
Darkness.
Wow. Tink actually looks like she has the biggest suntan I've ever seen in that picture.
Let me see.
You definitely bring out people's age in these pictures.
Have you done one of the Queen for the Diamond
Yeah.
Jubilee?
No, did you?
No, I did one with Queen. It was a story. It was stupid. I thought it was funny because they actually made a story about the Queen because she spilled coffee on her dress. So I made a manipulation. I'll see if I come across it.
Hillary?
There she is. This one I got two versions, one of wine and one coffee. I like
my
the one of
God.
wine better. So
The Queen is pretty chesty in this picture.
yeah, that's when I was still. Yeah, that was early.
Well, if I was ever going to see the Queen hot, that was...
This was done for a magazine in South Africa. I don't show her too often. I've had some people talk about her. People like him. Slash. People like Stuart pretty good.
Seinfeld.
There's the Stones.
There's the Stones, Lee. Yeah, there's Stones picture.
Yeah, that I want to do.
Hold
this
on 1 second.
I want to do this again because that's an iconic image of him. You know.
Okay, she likes it, but she hates it at the same time. It's dual, and it's mostly like, that's really, really good.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can go with that.
Which is her favorite of the four?
Oh, without a doubt, she refers to him as Mick and the Three Disciples, so you tell me.
I guess.
This was one of my first caricatures I ever did. I did this in about 3 hours.
Wow.
You know, where now
That's all?
I
Wow.
would spend a week on that now, and I'd do it right. You know.
Which person was the hardest to draw?
Charlie Watts is difficult because I mean his features are distinct, but when you exaggerate it, he looks grotesque. You know? So,
He would love to do that, and he's the only one that looks like he could be their father.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, he probably gave him the most trouble. What else was I looking for? That was it. Was that it?
Yeah, that's fine. You can show us whatever.
That's that was the Conan Netton made a magazine cover.
So someone else did pay for it.
Yeah. After
That's pretty funny.
After Conan made a butt of himself, it made a magazine cover.
Oh,
Thanks
for sharing with that.
It was a really good timing, actually.
Yeah, those are really awesome.
Your work is outstanding, Rodney.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I've seen a few people that have done the sort of thing that you do, but you're the only person that gets the texture of the skin right, where the people still look lifelike, even though they're caricatures, and I think it's just outstanding work.
Well, that's what I strive for. Is try to, even though it's absurd, to try to maintain some semblance of reality. And I've been offered an opportunity in well, I can't say who, but it's a Hollywood producer, and they've been hired by a multi-billion-dollar corporation to make a commercial that is so ridiculous, so unbelievable that it will blow everybody away, and something that nobody has ever seen before. And I was really honored that they called me and said, hey, would you be willing to work with cinematographers and 3D artists and animators and all, and and build something, and one of these characters in 3 dimensions, and make it real, make it breathe, make it talk, blink, all that. And I said, man, I'd be honored. It would probably be the biggest pain behind the world, but it would be an opportunity you could pass up either.
So I assume
the company told them, they said, money is no object. We are willing to spend a buttload of money, and that was their exact wording.
Have you ever done one of yourself?
Yeah, I tried. I can't do it, man.
I got to tell you, Rodney, I used to do professional photography. I cannot photograph myself or family members, but you give me somebody that I've talked to and I'm chatting, I can photograph them like a pro, but you get too close, it gets difficult to do it.
Yeah, I can't do it. I tried several times. It just looks stupid, Yeah. I mean, characters are supposed to be absurd, but they're not supposed to be stupid looking.
What do you think is the stumbling block?
I don't know. I had Russ Cook caricature me. He's a British caricature artist. He does vector characters, which are freaking insane. This guy can fold. He's the only guy I know that can fold the face in two, or just squinch it to nothing in the middle, and it's still, he maintains the essence of that person. That's cool. I got him to see if I can get an idea of where to exaggerate, which way to take it. I mean, I know I got a big nose. I can blow that up. That's not.
The nose is a big part of your work.
That's not going to make it a good caricature just because you blew the nose up. And he did a pretty good job, but the way he approaches characters is just not the same as anybody else in the world, and it didn't help. So I still don't know what. I don't know. I would like to have a good character of myself, a really good one. See, this one of that Russ Cook did was a gift, and it took about 6 months for him to get to it because he's a really well-known, very accomplished illustrator. And I mean, I was honored that he did it at all, but it was a quick line drawing,
Yeah, when I was doing the photography, Rodney, it's not that my skills were any different when I was photographing, a close family member. I could still work lighting the same. I could still work the f-stop, the shutter, all this other stuff. The only thing that I could ever figure was that my critical perception of the artwork was somehow altered because this was somebody I lived with every day of my life, or almost every day. And there's something really deeply philosophical, karma BS going on there at some level. I don't know what it is. But I'd take pictures of my son or my wife or whoever, and I'd go, oh, this is not a good portrait, but, I get some random bride that has never been in front of a camera in her life, and I could turn out amazing work, so I thought.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I've experienced the same thing. I've got several characters that I've started of family members that I'm having trouble with. They're unfinished because I'm just having trouble with them.
I gave up. I eventually told my family members I would do snapshots, like we're out at the beach or we're at the park or whatever. I'll snapshot all day long. But if you want portraits, no, here's a list of friends of mine that'll be more than happy to get you taken care of. I simply can't do it.
Yeah.
So I got a timer going off. I'll be right back.
It's weird though, I'm lucky because I've choked on my own family members. But thank goodness I've never choked on a commercial job. They always seem to just happen, So can't complain.
Well, you know, Cliff always tells me, like, and he said it today in a Hangout. In fact, he said, turn it upside down.
Yeah, turn it upside down, flip it side to side is really good. You know, for getting proportions and shapes, and you know, you look at things, and I think Cliff kind of probably has a better way of describing it. How you look at it kind of in a skewed manner, and you flip it and you realize, whoa, that thing's way off, you know. So yeah, that's an old trick. You know, back when I painted when I was young and I painted, I always kept a mirror propped on a chair behind me, so I could look back and see it in reverse. I would see, you know, the mirrored image of it, so it would give me a different perspective, and I could flip back and forth. That helped me. Yeah, Cliff, you know, I've been looking for like digital painting tutorials and stuff, and there's not much out there for free. But Cliff knows what he's talking about. He knows the basics. He knows. I mean, I watched some basic videos that he had that taught me some things about, you know, brush presets and, you know, in Photoshop and the way he goes, just the basic, what he starts with in the background, and, you know, he has how he uses each layer and how they interact and stuff, and it just made sense, you know. And he got that from Jason Seiler. He bought Jason Seiler's teaching set of DVDs, and so, you know, he's what he's showing and teaching on YouTube are really the basic principles, and they're right, they're correct, you know. And I learned more from him than I did anybody else, really.
Have you? Well, first off, does he actually have tutorials on YouTube?
I don't know if he calls them tutorials, but, you know, he has videos on his channel where he records, you know, going through the process, and he explains his.
He explains it, yeah.
Pretty in depth.
You know, we've been hanging out since like September or something, me and Clip, but I don't remember him ever mentioning
a lot of them. I'm subscribed to his channel. I get quite a few email notifications, you know, him uploading new stuff. He does it pretty regularly.
Yeah, I never knew that he had those tutorials out there.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I think I'm going to take this as an opportunity to bow out. I've got one more challah that I'm cooking. I made 3 of them all this evening, so a little more baking to do before I can go crawl in bed. But it was really nice meeting all of you guys. Rodney, excellent work. Had a great time. If you guys haven't added me, please do.
I remember your dip from New York. It was awesome.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. A lot of fun. Hopefully we can do it again in the next Hurl coming up in August, which will be bloody ass hot here, but oh well, good stuff.
Not as hot as it is down here, man.
Where's down here?
This is Texas, bro.
Yeah, that's my home state.
Yeah, so then you know.
It might be over here too, man.
Yeah, my kid's sister is trying so hard to talk us into moving back to Texas, and I would love to. I miss my home state so badly. But you guys have already cleared 100 multiple occasions this summer. We've barely even made it into the high 80s, you know, so.
Yeah, we had I think our first 100 was back in early March.
Yeah. Agreed. All right, well, gentlemen, it was very enjoyable. Y'all have a good one, and we'll see you on Google+.
Take care, man.
Take care, Lee.
See ya.
Rodney, are you planning on going to New York?
I would love to, but I need a big job in order to do it.
Well, maybe we can do something.
Because I've got one in the making. I was contacted by my second ad agency. It's a New York ad agency actually, and there's an ad campaign. They sent me all of the the material about what it's about, and it's like freaking crazy, man. It's perfect for what I do. I just hope they accept my proposal that I sent them. I'm waiting to hear back from them.
It's the toughest thing, right? To be an independent contractor, whether you're an artist or a web designer, or whatever
that's
you
why
are.
I'm struggling with everybody. I got a lot of people tell me, get an agent, man. Get somebody to handle it for you. Get somebody to sell you for you. That's not what you do. You're an artist. That's what you specialize in. Hire somebody to do the selling, So, and they got a point.
Yeah, but finding an agent is not the easiest thing to do. I mean, I guess you have a big enough resume where you can probably find an agent, but then you're gonna.
I don't know that this is going to turn into anything, but Jason Seiler's agent contacted me a couple of weeks ago and invited me to an art contest that he puts on annually, and he gives away a contract and some money if you win, and that's where he looks for new talent. And somehow he noticed me, so at least I'm in the mix, of this contest. I don't know that it's going to turn into anything. I'm certainly not counting on it. But he would be. That's one that because he would be one I would trust, or I think I could trust. If he's good enough for Jason Seiler, I think he's straight up. And Jason don't take no crap, man.
You're talking about agents? Representative?
Anything. Jason does not. He just does not take any crap off anybody. I mean, he does things and he tells you the way it's going to be, and you do it his way, or you don't do it. And I forget what was that. He made a couple of posts where he just lashed out, tore some people up, man.
Jason, are you supposed to say Jason Joseph? No.
No, Jason Seiler.
Oh, Seiler. Like, I don't know that guy.
Yeah. Jason Seiler is the biggest illustrator in the world right now, just about.
He's on Google Plus?
No.
He ain't that big.
He is on the cover of Newsweek and New York Times and what are all those Wall Street Journal and all of that stuff. He's on the covers of all those things. He does all the political satire. I would say Jason Seiler is definitely the biggest political satire artist that I know of in the world.
He's only there because they haven't met you yet, Rodney.
Oh, yeah.
No, look, this man is skilled. And not only is he skilled, but he can teach what he knows. And he offers one-on-one. Those, I mentioned the DVDs that Cliff bought. I think he bought them for a couple $100. The only difference between that and his actual teaching is the one-on-one interaction. And it costs you $1,000. He charges $1,000 for his course, and which is very reasonable, I think, for what you get out of it.
Have you seen Daniel Ibanez's digital painting 101?
Yeah.
Have you?
It's good stuff.
Yeah. I've hung out with him a few times. In fact, there's a painting I saw in his gallery I'm trying to buy from him.
Really? Yeah, he's really talented. And not only is he talented, but he knows. I mean, he teaches it outside of Google Plus. But he gives, if you go into his Hangouts or you have a question or want him to do something, he'll definitely show you how to do something.
The most chilled person in the world.
Oh, he is. He's so cool.
His personality is just, and when I first heard him, I was like, this guy's putting on. That's not the real. And the longer the more times I dropped in on his Hangouts, it was like, man, this is him.
Yeah, that's him, man. He's really
real nice guy.
Gentle soul.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, I just didn't know if you had seen it, man, because the other day I was in his Hangout and I was like, man, how do you do lips? And I mean, he stopped what he was doing, and he went onto the side and showed me exactly what he does. And I may never get it right, but at the same time, I mean, the way he explained it just made it easy for anybody to understand. And
But you know, he has a weekly teaching show.
Yeah, I've been on it probably
Yeah.
8 or 10 times already.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
Mike, how do you feel? Mike does lips. How does he? Mike's an artist. How do you feel about lips?
I love lips.
Especially loose lips, right?
Oh, wait, you mean drawing them?
What is it?
You know,
no one watches.
I don't know. You know, the way that I draw is so much based on shadow and volume and shapes. So I guess I don't think too much about the contours or the shape of someone's lips, really. I'm focusing on drawing the shadows. And, you know, if you draw the shadows, then you don't really need to worry about the rest, because people's minds can fill in the details.
I would love to do, I still would love to do it. I'd love to have a week where, it doesn't have to be me, whatever, but it's like, all right, this week, all the artists I know, they're all drawing the style of Mike Searle, and we just see what they produce. This week, everybody's drawing Rodney's style. We see what they produce, like, good or bad. Just, wouldn't that be fun? Wouldn't that be a cool little, like, experiment doing bluff? Or you guys are like, no, I don't want to do that.
They definitely get these guys some attention for sure.
Because then it's like, oh, what does he do?
I've been thinking about doing some hangouts, you know, and just do some stuff, let them watch, you know. And I did it one time just for Leani and Monica, because it was a trial run before that
Hangout on there.
That webinar I did. I did a dry run on them and had them bother me the whole time, asking me questions to make sure I could work and talk at the same time.
Yeah.
You know, Mike, what bugs me sometimes is when I see these artists that are teaching, and they start with an eye. They start drawing an eye, and then they start drawing that side of the head, and now, there are some of them that are good enough that they can pull that off, but that's not the right way to teach people. You know, and I think with your style, you would understand and agree probably that recognizing the shapes and blocking in the shapes is how you put it together, and then come in and you
don't start with the details.
No, you can't. But that, you know, it bugs me when I see people that are on YouTube teaching people. It's a tutorial, and these are some of them are fairly accomplished artists, and they're teaching a method that I just think is way wrong. You know, I had an art teacher, the only good art teacher I ever had, and she used to say something. She used to say, "There's a difference between looking at something and seeing it." You know, she put something on a counter, and she said, "What do you see?" And people say a vase. No, but if you see the shapes that make up that vase, that's seeing it, not just looking at it. You know, and that's what it's all about: recognizing shapes. You get that down, you block those in, and everything else just falls right into place.
So you really take apart all your art like that, Mike and Rodney? You really see the different pieces here and there, but just kind of like attacking it and just starting it?
Yeah,
more or less.
Even what I do, and see what I do is I disassemble faces and put them back together. I mean, drastically disassemble and put them back together. But I'm still working with those shapes. And I've got references. I've got a reference to the original image. I've got a reference to liquefy sketch of the direction I want to go. And then I've got the item I'm working on in the middle. And but I'm still, it's a lot like painting, even though I'm chopping up an image and putting it back together, because I'm chopping those shapes up. I'm chopping that forehead and and that triangle, you know, here, and all these different shapes. And although I may alter the angle of them, the shapes, the basic shapes, are still there. You know, And so, yeah, it's not a whole lot different in the way I think, anyhow. I don't know, the way if somebody's watching me, the way they see it might be different. But my thinking, what goes through my head, is not a whole lot different than drawing something, you know?
Mhm. It's all about putting shapes together in the right place, in the right proportions.
Yeah. And then once you start adding those shadows that define that mass and volume, and and further define those shapes, it all comes together. I've been practicing when I have time. I'm going back in and drawing some more. I haven't drawn in years, and you get rusty.
So do you think though, like doing more people on Google Plus, that's something you don't have time for, you want to do? I mean, it seems to be, Mike's done a lot. I mean, I don't know who, I mean, do you think that that's worthy of something to do, like to just draw popular people? Or?
Well, I don't mind doing limited amount on Google Plus. Because the thing is, they're pretty much dead jobs, unless there's somebody big, that's recognizable.
It might be cool.
Obviously, if I do Donald Trump, then he's good in my portfolio for years,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but it might be cool, like you do you call them hangout pictures. You do a hangout, and then you have you choose one person. Let's say you did a Daria in the middle. And you had a bunch of us on the film strip, things like that you could do, which would be probably people that have tons of followers, or any of us, or a combination of us. I don't know. Yeah. Or I don't know how that would turn out, but I think it'd be pretty popular. I think if you did like a hangout box with like a caricature of someone, whoever it is, and then you put a bunch of other people, like you had a whole musician hangout or an artist hangout or whatever. It's just an idea. I mean, anyone can do it. But.
Well, I got lots of ideas. I got a lot of stuff.
Right. I don't have the talent to draw. If I did, I'd be all over that stuff. But
my to-do list it'll last me the rest of my life.
Are you talking about your schemer list? What?
It's growing faster than I can get to it. People are constantly asking me, can you do, or have you done this person? Can you do? And when they do, if you saw my desktop, I'll go look real quick and I'll find somebody and I'll sling it on my desktop just as a reminder that somebody wanted to see that. And if I have time, or if I find the right image of that person, like I've got since Steven Tyler's been on that TV show, there are more nice high-resolution images of Steven Tyler out there. And I want to do him before he dies.
Which might be soon.
He's getting so old, I need to do him before he gets too old. And those lips
He's younger than like the Stones and the Beatles.
Yeah, but his lips are going to shrink when he gets old, see? He's gonna go, wouldn't be Steven without the lips and the mouth.
He'll have the surgery. He's probably had some surgery for all.
Had some what?
The plastic surgery. Oh. Like, is that why? What is it? Have you done a Joe Rivers? That must be.
Oh God, no.
Who? Obsidian abnormal? Don't know what that is.
Now, those people that have had that stuff up close look horrible.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't like what I do because I show off everything. But when I do women, I do go through a standard, like well, maybe not as thorough and professional as a photographer, but I go through a general touch-up on a female's face before I start exaggerating. Get rid of unnecessary pimples and splotches and stuff like that. I'm not there to make fun of people, just make funny pictures, except for Obama.
What? Hey Obsidian, welcome to Conversations Plus. We're talking with Rodney Pike, who's a caricature artist.
Hey, how are you guys?
Pretty good.
All right.
How's it going?
Yeah, how's it going?
I'm good. I'm good. I just saw a link to your Hangout from Daniel Ibanez, so I decided to check it out.
Yeah, well.
Welcome. Yeah, Daniel's another talented artist, also in the SUL.
Yeah, I posted that link there, trying to get Daniel in here, but he said he's off to a movie, and he says to send along his well wishes or something to that effect.
Okay, cool. Thanks, Daniel. Have to have him on the show. What?
He's great.
Yeah, he's done a lot. I mean, there's a lot of different kind of art. So I think the idea that Google Plus is photography, that's a big thing, but art in general, I don't think gets enough, because photography is big, but there's just, I feel like musicians, artists, they're just so, I mean, maybe any one of their mother's a photographer and not any one of their mother is a musician and an artist. I don't know, but is that the issue? Is that why everyone's like in a photography? Like sometimes it's who's in a circle, who's not. Like it's like, you know, I think like everyone throws people in photography circles, like, and versus the art and musicians maybe, but
yeah,
I don't know.
I'm in more photographer circles than I am artist circles, and I'm not. I'm not a. Well, I'm a little bit about photography.
Who defines
get back into photography because I want to do my own stuff. I want to work from my own images. You know.
Yeah, I just recently. Some of y'all already know this. I just recently dumped all 4,800 people from all my circles.
Yeah.
Like, got rid of everybody, and now I'm back up to like 250, and that's it. You know, my stream looks fine. You know, late at night it might get a little bit slow, but you know, there were so many shares of the same thing over and over, man. I just couldn't take it anymore. I dumped everybody. Literally everybody got dumped. I mean, that's why y'all probably saw me add y'all back. Andy, I think I need to add you, but
yeah, I did. I wondered about that. I was
like, go make a really ugly comment if you had uncircled me, man.
Well, I did encircle you, but I circled you back. But I mean, it was not only to get rid of people, but it was to reorganize my circles as well, man. Like, I mean, I had like over 40 different circles.
You know things now that had you known when you started, you would have done it differently. You know.
Yeah, that's.
I think I would have done everything the same, actually.
Really?
Well, there were some circles that I mean,
because you wouldn't have come to the way you come to what you come to.
They become obsolete, or you want to reorganize, and you know.
Yeah.
You know, I don't need 40 different circles to put people in.
Yeah, I have some of those where it's like I have one person or two people that I can probably get rid of. I just have them.
Yeah. And Rodney, you're actually in artists and hangout circles, and that's one thing that I would have done differently is actually made a hangout circle initially.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I have a lot of good friends from hangouts, man. A lot.
Speaking of art, Obsidian and Normal, you look like I don't know what your real name is, but you look like you have tattoos on your hands.
Yeah, I do. I have about half my body covered.
Did you do it yourself, or?
Well, it's my design. I'm not a tattoo artist. I'm a webcomic artist.
Cool.
Webcomic artist.
Hey, do you know Jesse Smith?
What?
I'm sorry, man. I was asking.
No, I don't know her.
Oh, okay.
Or him. I don't know.
He's a brilliant tattoo artist.
Oh.
I love his work.
No, I don't know many tattoo artists.
In fact, he starts freestyle on skin. He draws from his head. He uses no reference, and he creates some of the most amazing creatures you've ever seen in your life, man. Crazy stuff.
What are your web? I'm sorry. Go ahead, Ron. I was asking about his webcomics, what they were about, but yeah.
I have a webcomic called Commissioned. And
speaking of commissioned,
you want to share a link with us over
yeah,
here?
Sure.
In the chat, you know how to use the chat window?
Well, I'm actually pretty new to the Google Hangout thing. I think I really underuse the thing. So
that's all right. You're not alone.
Is there?
Top left?
Oh yeah, no. Here I see the chat thing. Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
Cool. So Obsidian. So is that like your author name is Obsidian Abnormal, or your comic book name? Or?
Yes. That is the name I use as an artist.
Nice.
I work mostly on the web.
We're showing this on the air. Hope that's okay.
Oh yeah. Sure.
Yeah. Hopefully that's okay.
yeah. It's okay.
We already did it.
We all better at least Yeah, that's how it works.
Yeah. No. I work as a webcomic artist with that comic, and I also work as an illustrator. I recently started kind of meeting a few artists on Google ever since I started like publishing daily sketches and stuff like that, and I started kind of meeting new artists on Google and stuff, and I started thinking maybe there's something to it, maybe there's a good chance to meet some interesting people, other artists, people with the same interest, because so far most of the people I have on Google just post a bunch of stuff that, gotta be honest, I don't really give a crap about. So.
Yeah. Well, so you just have to. You just use Google search, right, and hit art, we could share a lot of artists with you too. But you're interested in all kinds of art, or?
No, yeah. I heard the discussion you guys were having when I just got here. I got to be honest, I'm like really not interested in photography or anything like that.
Okay.
But as far as it's drawing, sketching, painting, all that kind of stuff, yeah, that I'm interested in all of it. And of course, like anybody else, I have interest in music and all that. But
what? You lie.
but I thought like if I can get this whole Google Plus thing to be like a place where I can meet up and share with other artists, then I might see a point to it.
You probably won't have any trouble with that.
Yeah, you have Rodney, Mike, they're artists. They as far as that goes, we're all artists to a degree. They are doing the kind of art that you like. I made a movie. I don't know if you like movies, but.
I don't think I don't think there's many people that don't like movies.
If I did meet someone that didn't like movies, they probably would not have a soul. And I'm about to name that person in 5, 4. No, I can't do that. I'm sorry. But that was funny. So yeah, photography. I don't know. I'm sure. What about if it was photography of art? Then you might like it, right?
Photography of art.
Because Paul Roustan, who's a body painter, he was in here earlier.
Yeah.
He takes pictures of his work. So
yeah, you would change. Yeah, I think he would change that a little bit if he saw some of Paul's stuff.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I can see. Yeah, I can see the point in art and that kind of photography. I personally also, with the tattoos and all that kind of stuff, it's nice to look at photography of that. But I'm kind of like more interested in the whole kind of sharing of ideas and stuff like that, because you meet up with other people that do the same thing you do, and you get a chance to kind of learn from them and share your own thoughts.
Yeah.
Which in the case of photography, I'd just be looking at stuff and saying, "Oh, that's pretty."
Do you know? Do you know Scott Detweiler?
Sorry, Scott. What?
Detweiler.
Yeah.
No.
Type up. You just
Look him up, and he loves talking art, man.
I will find his show too.
And he's very knowledgeable too. I love talking to the guy, man. It's just I've learned some really some cool stuff from him.
He's a good guy, and he incorporates his art. He draws and adds accents to his photography through his art.
Yeah, and some of his work is total digital painting, but yeah, there's his photography is not photography in the end. It's
art. Yeah, he sets up models. He sets up scenes.
Yeah, I'm looking
cool.
at the link you guys posted. It's really beautiful.
Yeah, the link I posted, that YouTube video, you can like fast forward and everything and all, and so he showed me a bunch of his work. We talked about how he works. And that's what this show is. This is the after show with Rodney, who's my guest. It's more of a hangout here, just chilling, but just I like to find people on Google Plus that that I'm friends with that are or not or interested in, and I've had people that were my friends that I hang out with, and people that I've never used Google Plus. I've gone all over the place, and music, art, tech, whatever it is, and it also kind of gives you a feel for Hangouts, right? You even said, I missed Hangouts, I didn't use Hangouts, but had there been a bunch of like on-air stuff like months ago, I've been doing this in September, but had there been a lot of stuff, you might have been like, oh, that's kind of cool, that's kind of interesting, like to get a feel for what the Hangout's like, what the person's like, what the art's like, you know, what goes on here. I mean, this kind of stuff doesn't go on at the other sites, you know.
So, I mean, I'm sorry if it's out of place to ask, but
no, ask.
I'm now intrigued. Like, what do you guys do?
I'm a photographer.
We're all photographers.
Well, you go ahead, skip me.
Oh no, it's funny because my connection doesn't actually let me see in time to see who I should be embarrassed at. So
yeah, most of us. I'm not a photographer. I'm a photo manipulator.
I'm a filmmaker, but I've been doing this, hosting these shows, and been really just building a network and hosting shows. I've been, you know, it's been creative. It's been cool.
I'm curious. Any movie I might have seen?
No, I mean, I just made my own movie independently. It's called Yoga Shimono, about a mime and a therapist. But I've been, as far as acting goes, I've done a couple of things. I was, you know, small little bit parts here, and like, you know, I don't think you watch Gossip Girl. It's just,
actually,
That's
I mean,
where I recognize you from.
That's where you're from. You were the room service dude. Yeah.
No, I don't watch Gossip Girl, but I have watched it on occasion.
Fine. I'm not offended. It's not mine. I've done a couple of things here and there. I mean, but nothing huge. That I mean, I could name it, but you'd have to like pause it to find me in certain spots, or if I was an extra, or had a big part. So.
And what kind of photography? Because I mean, I'm not a photographer, but I know that there's many different areas to specialize in.
Yeah.
Excuse me?
Genre.
Yeah, I do predominantly landscape and wildlife.
Oh. So you travel a lot?
No, I do it all locally.
Oh.
He doesn't need to travel.
Well,
I need no stinking plane.
Why? Where are you? Is it
Scotland.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, everywhere you turn there is beautiful.
Yeah, I've never been to Scotland, but
Where are you from?
I'm in Colombia, South America.
We're international.
He's a lot further south than me.
Yeah, I guess so.
What's it like down there? It must be interesting to be in Colombia, right?
Well, I suppose nobody's gonna think it's fascinating, you know, where they've lived all their lives.
Right. But I'm saying, but the way we perceive Colombia is not the We perceive Colombia to be, you know, every movie and TV show makes Colombia the drug capital of the world.
True,
you know?
true.
Or coffee, depends on what you like better.
Well, no, the coffee part is true. The coffee part is true. We are very big on coffee, and the drug thing was true. It used to be true way back in the early 90s and in the 80s. Yeah, it was a pretty bad time. But right now it's pretty. I mean, I've been to I go to the U.S. several times a year for conventions and stuff like that, and I mean the difference is noticeable, basically because the U.S. is a first world country, so you guys got. I guess I'd say you got more stuff.
We're more materialistic.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not like if I go out, I have to be dodging bullets and stuff like that. You know, it's pretty much a city like any other place on Earth. You know.
Although I do know someone from Brazil that says you do have to dodge some bullets over there. So.
Well, no, I mean there are differences in what we consider to be normal and what you guys consider to be normal.
What you consider to be bullets?
Would you ever be in a situation where you'd have to dodge bullets in your area? Is there an area where you...
Well, okay, I'll put it to you this way. I do not know a single... I don't know anybody here that has not been robbed at least once. And I mean, every single person I know has at one point, me included, been robbed, had a gun pointed at him. It's just...
Wow.
But I mean, I've never been shot.
Oh, that's
that's a plus.
That's a plus. You know people that have been shot?
Yeah, I do. When I'm not working on the webcomic or as an illustrator, I teach at a university. I teach illustration, at a university, and a lot of time, like a couple of semesters ago, I got a student that got stabbed 15 times, stuff like that.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, I mean, I know I'm not making it sound very.
No, it's not. You're not the travel guide. It's fine. We know stuff goes on.
Yeah.
You've just taken Colombia off.
No. It's like a lot of people don't come here for fear of maybe getting killed or anything like that, and that's really not a fear you need to have.
I know Mexico has that now. What?
Mm-hmm.
But no, it's a pretty nice place to live. I really like it here, and
you don't have any of those tropical diseases, do you?
Well, no, not here where I live in Medellin.
Okay.
Which most of you guys would probably pronounce Medellin or Medellin.
Or we won't try. Oh, Medellin. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, no, not here because it is a city, so you don't get any of the tropical diseases. But there are many places in Colombia which are tropical jungle and stuff like that, and like any other place, you got to get your shots before you go there and all that kind of stuff.
No, I'm just saying the woman I talked to in Brazil says it's normal for everyone to get tropical diseases like throughout the year, and they just live with it. So I was like, that blew me away.
Oh well, it might be true, and I just think it's normal.
I guess it's interesting. Hey, look, this is where else can you talk to people from around the world like this in this kind of setting? I mean, it's pretty cool.
Well, yeah, that is true. That is true. It is pretty interesting. Okay, so landscape photographer from Scotland, and what about the rest?
Daniel does photography, right?
Yes, I do. I didn't want to answer.
Well,
oh no, I mean, don't get me wrong. It's not like I have anything against photographers. My best friend is I forget the name, not of my friend, of he's a friend. He's a photographer. He's a professional photographer, and he specializes in he photographs very little things. What is that called?
Macro.
Yes, macro.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what he specializes in. So yeah, it's not like I hate you guys.
Oh no, I didn't think that. I just kind of like change the subject.
Well, I just added you to my art circles.
Thank you. That's very nice. I try to post art every day.
That's cool. So what brought you to Google Plus then?
Well, webcomics is all about how many people you can get to your site, and it's not about just the publicity on your site and all that anymore. It's mostly about how you move it through social network. So, I mean, you got Facebook, you got Twitter, you got Tumblr, you got Flickr, you got all those things. Yeah, I'm trying to cover as many bases as I can. I'm not really very good at this part of the job. So,
most artists aren't though, right?
I've noticed that. Some are though. I mean, some.
You get once you get a hang for it, you start doing it.
So my manager, he's very much into Google Plus, and so I said, okay, maybe there's maybe there's some benefit to be had in it. To be honest, I haven't really felt any benefit in terms of visits to the site, but I did see this whole thing where you can kind of find people with interesting stuff to say and other artists and stuff like that, and I thought, well, that is very cool. So I try to add artists to my circle and stuff like that. That's how I actually started following Daniel Ibanez. I started taking some interest in his work and stuff like that, and that's basically, I kind of gave up on the whole drive people to the site and promote yourself part of this, and just decided it might be an interesting place to meet.
Yeah, it is. And what's interesting, too, is that as you meet other people and they take an interest in you, I circled you, start adding you to circles, start sharing you, start sharing your work. It's simple as that, and then people start noticing you. I mean, it's like that, just like that.
So how do you guys compare this to, for example, Facebook?
I mean, it's totally different beast because. Yeah.
Well, no, I mean, I would suppose it's totally different, but how?
This place is more about where you find people for passions.
Yeah.
Their passions, yeah. So art and what you really like to do. I mean, people on Facebook, are more about. I mean, Google Plus, you could post anywhere. You can post about anything, but people take more of an interest in art, in photography, in video, in passions here on Google Plus and debates. And on Facebook, it's like, all right, maybe you'll get a like, maybe they'll be like, oh, that's nice, like, and that's it. That's where it ends. It doesn't go get any deeper. They don't get into discussion.
Somebody was saying yesterday that Facebook is where you get comments. Google Plus is where you have discussions.
Yeah.
That's a very interesting way.
That's right. Yeah.
And it's more about passions here. It's more about finding people that you admire, or that you respect, or have the similar interests, like you're saying, that you're seeking, and then you follow those people, and then you can post to public, or you can just post to that group, and then you would only see stuff like that. You don't have to worry about your grandma looking for you, looking at your stuff. You have more of a freedom to post what you want, because that people that find interest in your work's going to see it.
Oh, that does sound a lot better. So I guess I'm just following the wrong people on Google Plus, because to be honest, so far I don't see much of a difference between it and Facebook, because
there are some artists, and I'm going to put you in my art circle too. I've got a killer art circle. There are some freaking brilliant artists in there, man. And look, there are plenty of photographers in there too, so,
You'll have to weed through it yourself.
Because I consider photography art, so, so.
Oh, no, it is.
And stuff with those circles, what you could do is you can put them in a circle, and then you make a circle that you want to keep. And then as you see it, you can move them over, and as you can do it like that, so you can get rid of the people that are like, I don't want to look at the photography. So.
Is there like here on Google Plus, is there like a way to mute certain people? Not here on the chat room.
You can do it on the chat room, but you can. Yeah. You can turn them. You can put, if you want to circle people, you want to keep them circled, but you don't want to necessarily see everything, or you want to see a lot of their stuff. Yeah. You can put them in a circle, or either in their own circle, or a bunch of people that you want to only see a little bit, and then you can turn the volume down on their circle.
Oh, okay.
So your mainstream doesn't have. We were doing that earlier. So
because people know when you put them in a circle, right?
Yeah.
No, they don't know. They don't know what their circle's called.
Yeah.
Okay. They just know you have them in a circle, and that's it.
And only one. I think only the first time you circle them, not constantly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they could see it when you, if they were to go to your profile, they could see, well, he circled me back, or he has me circled, I don't have him circled.
And they'll get the initial notification, and that's it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because for example, there's this. I'm not going to mention any names. That would be rude. But there's this one artist I follow. He has a ton of followers. Seriously, an absurd amount of followers. And
probably too many. What?
It must be what?
I said it must be Rodney.
No, I can say.
Are you talking about Daniel Ibanez?
No. Actually, what I was going to say is
you don't want to say.
Yeah. The guy's very nice. I've actually even met him in person and everything. But the guy just posts every single thing that happens in his life, a bunch of stuff, a bunch of Facebook stuff, like I'm eating, I'm thinking this and that, and me, I'm just interested in what you're doing professionally, It's not that. Not that
there's still social limits. You're gonna get that. You can't just,
Yeah, but there's one thing, and there's a Facebook level of things where you're posting about the food you're eating, and that today you saw.
What if it's a really nice picture of the food you're eating?
It's a shame, but there are some, these guys in the Millionaire Club here at Google Plus that got over 1 million followers. They can do that and get away with it. And they can still, they end up in what's hot list.
Yeah, and I just think that's kind of annoying, because
I agree.
It's an awesome thing. You all seem like very nice people and everything, but I don't know you guys, so
we're not. Don't let us fool you.
Okay.
What? You don't know us? You spent 30 minutes with us? Come on.
Yeah, but it's kind of like you see these people and you take a professional interest. You see oh yeah, these are the people that do interesting things, And, you know, I'm sorry, but your cat looking at you is not interesting. I would much rather see what you're working on, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So you sound like
yeah.
Eric Rice. You want to have this guy. You want to have such specific oriented stream like that. Everything that pops up is like on your radar. If something pops now, if you see something that pops up, that just annoys you? Does it annoy you like really like passionately annoy you?
No, you can't really get annoyed that way because you know it's kind of part. No, it's just that you know right now in this day and age, it's basically a fact of life that people just share a bunch of irrelevant crap.
But what's irrelevant to you is someone else's treasure, right? So.
Oh yes, no, but that's exactly why I'm asking because, for example, this guy is an artist that I respect, so I actually just want to shut him up without showing him any disrespect.
Right.
If that makes any sense, right?
No, it makes sense. It means that you want to have, and people talk about this like a Pinterest type thing, where you want to be able to follow only stuff about his professional life. You don't want to follow the other stuff.
Yes, exactly.
So you would like that kind of
yeah, like I'm sure your children are lovely, but I don't need to know what your kid did at school today. I just
Mike, what did your kid do at school today?
Sometimes though, you gotta realize that somebody that has like 1 million followers, people are probably wanting to hear some of that stuff.
That's true.
And also, people wanna. There's a reason that people want to share all kinds of things. I mean, they have different interests, different things, and you have 1 million followers.
Telling them though, you know, I wouldn't have any problem with somebody telling me that, hey, look, you know, maybe you ought to do this with your content or whatever. I'd take suggestions. I wouldn't be offended by it. Well, but, I mean, maybe some people would. I don't know.
Yeah, that's kind of like what I'm afraid of. I mean, you don't want to. I mean, especially when it's somebody that you like in this case, it's somebody that I genuinely like. You know, it's somebody that I've met and
profile and complain under that profile.
Well, it's already Obsidian.
That's kind of low. Yeah, I mean, that's not nice.
Well, let me ask you this: you always post just your professional work? That's your whole.
Well,
Does that mean that boring though? Just to post picture after picture?
Well, no, well, like for example, I have my webcomic, right? And you go and read the webcomic, and the webcomic is basically about my life.
Oh,
so,
crap.
Speaking of life, oh, you both wearing purple? This is called Roustan. He paints naked people for a living.
I'm back.
Okay.
Roustan has the best
he
job
paints on
in the
naked
world,
people.
man.
Only naked. If you're wearing clothes, you're done. So.
Okay, but he's wearing clothes.
Yeah.
No, he actually painted what he's wearing. He paints clothes on people.
Okay.
So.
Okay, well.
Now this is Obsidian. We don't know what his real first name is, but he's a webcomic artist that is very. He's
no, my real first name is not a secret. It's Sergio, or you guys would pronounce it Sergio, but I.
Sergio. Bikini is all I know.
It's just too much of a sexy name, so it doesn't really
my
give
brother-in-law's
the image.
name is Sergio.
Speaking of pronouncing, you don't have much
My
of a
middle name is Sergio.
What? I thought it was Jose. Come on.
I don't have much of an accent because I grew up in New York.
Yeah.
Oh, hello, score. That's where I am.
Yeah, I mean,
everybody has their cross to bear. Don't worry about it.
Speaking of New York, when are you coming back here? We're gonna all hang out.
Well, I'm
you
gonna
don't know us, but
I'm gonna be in Connecticut, which is close enough.
What are you doing in Connecticut?
There's a convention I was invited to, Connecticon in July.
Alright.
So, yeah, I go there in July.
Do you show off your work there, or?
Yeah, I mean, I set up a table, sell some art, sell a board game we made, some books we made.
Oh, cool. What's your board games based on the book, comic book, or?
No, we kickstarted a board game last year called Scurvy Dogs. It's a board name. Let me just give you guys a link. It's a board game about pirates.
Is it for adults, kids?
I'll give you the box answer. I think it's ages like 7 and up.
Oh, all right. Something.
And we also made a children's book. It's called The Monster Alphabet. And
when you
it's a
said
natural-
we, who's the other person? Is it another artist or?
Well, I work with a manager. He kind of manages the whole business aspect of it, and he's also a writer. So, for example, in the game, he made the whole mechanism of the game, and I did all the artwork. And in the book, he wrote the book for his son. He has a 2-year-old son, so he wanted to make a book that his son could learn the alphabet through something interesting, you know, not just like colors and animals. He wanted his son to learn the alphabet through monsters. So we made the monster alphabet, and he wrote it. I did all the art. So we kind of worked together, and he handles all the business aspect of the webcomic from the U.S. And
you know, what's cool is, I mean, maybe other people have had successful Kickstarters, but you're the first person I've had. Has anyone else had a successful Kickstarter?
Plenty of people have.
I'm saying in this room right now.
Oh, in this room right now.
Yeah. So I mean, so tell us a little bit about that. I mean, this is your first Kickstarter, and the fact that you raised over $20,000, $23,000.
Yeah,
how did
this
that
one,
happen?
I'll give you another link. This one right here. We've done 2. This is the other one. I put the other link there. That is the monster alphabet.
Oh wait, you work with Lar de Souza?
Well, I've worked with him. He's
Paul's like, I know who that is.
I met him. I've met him at conventions. We became kind of friends. Yeah. He did some art for us on Scurvy Dogs on the board game, and I mean he's the greatest guy. I've also worked with him on The Gutters, the other webcomic he makes. I've been an artist for The Gutters like twice.
Did we just miss Paul?
Yeah, we did.
It's like he didn't even say he left. He'll be back. It didn't see him drop out. But yeah, so I see that. Wow, one you had a $20,000 goal, but this one you only had a $500 goal. How? So is it just the video that really sold it? Like what is the key to something so successful in Kickstarter? Do you have any ideas or why it's so successful?
Well, I can give you kind of like my take on it. I do have to admit though that it's mostly the manager's magic there. I mean, it's his black magic that gets that to happen. I mean, and the guy, I mean, I can tell you what he's told me and what he tells people. The guy worked his butt off for that thing. I mean, most people start a Kickstarter and they just expect it to kind of carry its own weight. You know, they start a Kickstarter and it's kind of like, look, I got this idea, and they just expect the money to roll in and everybody to support them, and that's it. And that's really not the way it works. When you start a Kickstarter, you really have to work your butt off. You gotta promote the thing, show it everywhere, send links to a bunch of places. You gotta give good backing incentives, you know, something that people are interested in. Yeah, you have to do a lot of maintenance to the thing and all that. And
what type of backing incentives would you give?
Well, it depends a lot on the Kickstarter specifically. I mean, right now there's a big boom with video game Kickstarters, which, I mean, I really don't. I kind of prefer smaller, you know, more artistic things in that. But it's, for example, for Scurvy Dogs, for the board game, the backing incentives were, okay, after a certain point, you get the game. After another point, you get to have your face be one of the characters in the game. There's the game is like most board games. It has cards. So a bunch of those cards are the crew members of the pirate ship. So if you backed it with a certain amount of money, you got one of those cards to actually be you. Another backing level was that you got a piece of original art, and in that case, we got Lar, you know, Lar de Souza and another bunch of artists and myself to make special edition cards for the people that backed at that point. With the Monster Alphabet, for example, we would give backing incentives that were, okay, you know, at this level you get the book, at this level you get the book in a special case, at this level you get the book, and I forget what the cards are, you know, each card with a letter, so you can teach kids with the cards. I don't remember what those are called.
Like flashcards?
Yes, flashcards. Thank you. so yeah, at that level you would get flashcards. At another level you would get a poster, and you just give people incentives that they relate to what you're doing and that they'd be interested in, and you got to work your butt off promoting it and everything. And in the end, well, also you need to have an idea that sticks. A lot of times you just doing something nobody cares about.
I think that's something that's vital because I was talking to somebody about this here recently about people not responding to you when you make a post about something that's really important and should be shared, and people should recognize that it's important enough to be shared. But bottom line is, people aren't going to get involved unless there's something in it for them.
Yeah, and that's not a bad thing, really. I mean, that's the whole point of Kickstarter. It's not support me just out of the kindness of your own heart. It's like the way I saw it when we were doing it is this is like a project that we're all doing together. This is a project we have, and you as a backer get the opportunity to be a part of it, and it's kind of in a certain way your project too. You helped make it happen. So it's I've seen a lot of Kickstarters come and go, and that's like the major problem a lot of them have. A lot of them are just like people basically asking for charity. Just kind of like, oh look, we don't have any money and we need it, and that's just not.
That's not true though. About everybody that.
Oh no, of course. At the core, that is the basic truth of Kickstarter. I mean, it is at the very base of it all. Right? Yeah, it's that. It's how you present it. I mean, you can't just show up and say, look, we don't have a budget and we need one, because then people are going to wonder, okay, why exactly don't you have a budget? Mm-hmm. That's the whole point of it.
I think at the end of the day, if your video is cool and your idea is cool and your incentives are cool, and people come across it and that's it. Well, it's got to be cool enough. Right?
Well, yeah, that's it, but don't forget, and you got to stay with it, stick with it day by day, promote it, put banners on
you guys
sites.
had like three donators, three that donated 600 or more. I mean, that to me is crazy that someone had that money.
There's also another aspect to it that's really important, and it's that commissioned, the webcomic, moves a certain amount of people every day, so you kind of start the Kickstarter with a sort of pre-sold audience. You already have people that are willing to buy what you're selling.
Right. People have done that on Plus a little bit, but people have actually used their Plus audience to fund their party, and that's worked too. Which is
their party. I'm sorry.
People have funded their trips, their drinking, with Kickstarters through Plus.
Okay, that's not okay.
It's not okay, but they've done it.
Yeah, but that's the kind of the thing. If you already have a pre-built audience, if you already have thousands and thousands of people checking out your stuff, well, you got a head start. Mm-hmm. It's not the same as you just go in there and nobody knows you.
Right.
So, and cool. That helps a lot. And of course you have to take advantage of all the sites, like the manager. He immediately started bombarding sites. We got featured on Geeks Are Sexy and Geekology and a bunch of sites like that. And what most people don't and what most people don't realize is that those sites, they basically function that way. They just take stuff from people that sends it to them. So there's really nothing stopping you from just sending whatever you're doing to them, and well, maybe they'll think it's interesting enough to post it.
Yeah. It's interesting, right, how that works. Go ahead, Mike.
I think it would be really interesting, to see you do sort of like a write-up on this. Just a quick write-up on your page or something and share that.
Well, actually, like I said before, this I'm really just the artist. I really just take care of making it.
A thing or two.
But yeah, well, Dern, he's the manager. He actually is doing that. He's kind of working on this whole aspect of writing up on Kickstarter and giving people advice on it. It's just that if you check out kind of like the dates from when the Kickstarter happened, from there up until now, we had the whole video game Kickstarter boom. I mean, back when we got like $25,000, it was a big deal. And we were like the third highest funded children's book on Kickstarter. And it was a big deal. But after, you know, a guy like Tim Schafer, or however you pronounce it, went and made $2 million on Kickstarter, I mean, it's just not that impressive anymore. You know, the guy goes and makes $2 million. So Kickstarter has really changed from then to here. It's really, I mean, those guys really came in and kind of changed the whole thing. And ever since then, you had the whole video game boom on Kickstarter take place, and now there's a lot of sites that don't even follow Kickstarter anymore. I think if I'm not mistaken, I think the whole Gawker network kind of said, we're not following Kickstarter anymore. We're not promoting any more Kickstarters. Because of the incredible amount of ridiculous Kickstarters that took place. I mean, there's a bunch of stuff that you just say, like, really? That shouldn't be allowed to be a Kickstarter.
Well, I guess, but I mean, you know, I think a lot of things that are worthy are presented in a crappy way, and a lot of things that are probably not worthy are presented in an awesome way. There's that, right? There's that, you know, because people don't really know what's happening with the money. I mean, you know, I mean, there are plenty of people that don't deliver on these incentives, right?
Well, there's something to be said about, I mean, if you look at people that are good at, well, I know it's a strong way to say it, but if you look at people that are experts at ripping people off, there's probably a reason for that. They're probably very good at presenting whatever they have to present and getting, you know, convincing people to give them money.
Doesn't mean it's right.
Yeah, no, I mean, of course not. But then that's why you get a bunch of Kickstarters that are, like, you look at them and you're like, wow, this is really stupid. But then you see that it's getting funded, and, yeah, of course, these people know how to sell whatever it is they're selling.
Right.
So, you know, it kind of works that way. And then you see an awesome project that really is not getting,
not getting it done.
That really is not it's really not getting anything. And yeah, it's not very well presented, but it's an awesome project. So it's, you know, I kind of like Kickstarter. I think Kickstarter is at its best when it's a place where you go and you take a while to check it out and see the project and give it some thought and look at it, and you go like, okay, this is something I want to support, or this is something I don't want to support, and that's it. Not when it's kind of like a huge popularity contest and stuff like that.
And the whole idea of, like, you give a project $1 and they give you $1 doesn't seem to work either.
Well, it's just Kickstarter has a lot of, for example, for people like me, I'm in Colombia right now. The only way I have to exchange money with the world is PayPal. Right? That's it. I mean, if it's not PayPal, I can't send or receive money. I cannot make bank transfers. I cannot make, you know, PayPal is it. Look at Kickstarter. Kickstarter doesn't support PayPal. So, personally, I have never been able to back a Kickstarter project, and I wanted to. But, you know, I can't do it. So, you know, there are some limitations to Kickstarter, some stuff that doesn't quite work. I mean, I see that several of you are not in the U.S., and Kickstarter is not exactly friendly if you're not in the U.S. It's really it's a very American project, to be honest.
You're doing pretty well with it.
Yeah.
Oh, well, because my manager lives in Baltimore.
Yeah.
Your manager just got tied to the system.
Yeah, no, he's, I mean, that's exactly one of the reasons we work together. He lives in Maryland, and, wait, is it Maryland?
Yeah, Baltimore's Maryland.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, he lives there, and he takes care of all the business aspect and the merchandise and the money and all that kind of stuff.
So the $50,000 or whatever for these two projects goes to him, and he just said how well, I mean, there is a lot of trust involved. Right, I would imagine.
Yeah, that's basically the way Kickstarter goes. As soon as it's backed, Kickstarter releases the money.
Or when the time runs out, right? if it's bad.
Yeah. You get like, for example, the 30 days, and if you hit the objective, if you hit the goal, then everybody gets charged, not before. And well, after that, it's a matter of trust. I mean, there really is nothing.
And Kickstarter takes a cut, right, or something?
Yes, they do. I don't really remember the percentage, but yeah, they
like
take a cut.
5%.
Yeah, I mean, it's not bad. I mean, it's considering you just got your dream project funded.
Right.
It's pretty easy. But after that, it's just an issue of trust. I mean, there's really literally nothing stopping us from just taking the 25 grand and running away with it. I mean, there's
that you won't be able to fund another project under that name if you do that.
Yes, and there's also the issue of that now you have a bunch of people on the internet that are very pissed off at you.
Right.
Yeah, so I mean, but yeah, there's really nothing stopping Tim Schafer from not doing his game and just running away with $2 million. I mean,
Is that someone that funded? Someone got $2 million funded?
Yeah, Tim Schafer. He's a video game creator. He made he used to make games for LucasArts. He made games like Day of the Tentacle and.
It must be nice to have that kind of experience and skill and come to Kickstarter versus some starving artist that doesn't have that kind of experience.
It was. I mean, it got mentioned a lot that basically he made $2 million because he was Tim Schafer. I mean, he's the guy that made Psychonauts and Day of the Tentacle and.
So it's like the rich get richer. That's the way the world works.
Well, he really presented it very well. He said, look, I want to do classic adventure games that nobody wants to do anymore. I'm Tim Schafer. I'm one of the most famous video game creators in the world, but none of the companies want to make my game. So, do you guys want to make it? And of course,
did not. And what did he ask for? Like 100,000?
I think it was like $1 million.
Oh wow, for a game?
Yeah, I think. No, I mean, $2 million for a video game is actually pretty low.
For a classic, yeah.
Yeah, I mean that they handle very big budgets, but $2 million on Kickstarter is.
Is that the most that's ever been raised? $2 million, or?
I'm not really sure. I know another webcomic artist called Rich Burlew. I think that's how you pronounce it. He makes a webcomic called Order of the Stick, and he did a Kickstarter to publish a book, and he raised like an insane amount of money, like in the millions, and so every now and then, like these guys that were already famous to begin with, go into Kickstarter and make these insane amount of money, but I'm pretty sure Kickstarter is okay with that because if they get 5% of that, 5% of 2 million is pretty sweet.
$50, man.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. So yeah, but I mean, it's also good for people that are not known. Kickstarter kind of checks stuff out, and if they like it, they promote it on the main page and stuff like that.
Yeah.
As long as you go in with a realistic goal. I mean, if
who even knows what that is anymore? It's like I think a lot of people will go in. They're like, you know what? I really need more money than this, but I don't want to make it too high because I want to actually get something so I can work on it. I mean, I think that's the thing. So
well, I've actually seen Kickstarter projects that fail because of that. I've seen people go into a Kickstarter project and people look at it. Yeah, and people look at it and actually think it speaks to people's credit that they look at it and say, wait a minute, you're not asking for enough money. That project is not well planned. I'm not going to fund it.
Wow.
So they actually.
The fact that people give that much thought, you think, wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, not everybody does. I've seen people that just fund whatever they see, but I have seen people that do that. They say, hey, you're not asking for enough. You clearly do not know what you're doing. You're not getting my money.
Mm-hmm. Even those people, because there's got to be a lot of people that like to donate to a lot of projects with $10 or less, right? Those kinds of people. Then I would go around and donate $1 or $2 here and there to fund a lot of projects.
We learned that in our Kickstarter. If you look at the Scurvy Dogs, there was the $1 donation, and at the end of it all, we looked at it and we just made like $16 or something like that off. I don't even remember very well how many $1 donations we got, but it was. Oh yeah, there it is. It's even less. We got 14 $1 backers on 23,000 project, and of course we don't get $14. We get a lot less. So eventually we decided, okay, you know what? For our next Kickstarter, which we're going to do in November, we're just not going to have...
You'll have 5 or 10.
Yeah, I mean, $1 backers is just pointless.
Right.
Yeah, interesting. It's interesting that only 14. Interesting.
Well,
So
especially when you look at the numbers, you see that 86 people pledged $50 or more, and 79 pledged 75 or more. So really, if those 14 hadn't pledged anything, it wouldn't make a difference.
Yeah, oh yeah. I mean, we would have been
You can't know that going into it.
Oh no, of course. I mean, you have to kind of learn it. But yeah, I mean, it would have made like a difference of, I don't know, maybe like $10. So, and if you look at why we got such a large amount of people at 50 or more, it's because after 50, you get the game.
Right, the game. That's what.
So and yeah, I mean, why would you back this if you don't want the game? It's pretty simple. I mean, every single Kickstarter project that I have wanted to back, because I haven't been able to back any, but every single one that I've wanted to back, it's because I want what they're offering.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to back it out of the kindness of
my
my
heart. But it's amazing what people are going to pay. Like, you don't think people looked at it and be like, oh, I want the game, but $50 is more like $20. No one thought that. Things like that.
I'm pretty sure nobody ever told us that we maybe were overcharging or anything.
Well, they're going to tell you, yeah.
Yeah, no, and I know that people would tell us because, hey, it's the internet. People have something to say, they're going to say it.
Yeah.
But nobody's told us that we're overcharging or anything similar to that. If somebody thought it, they definitely didn't let us know. And fortunately, the guy that made the game, Dern, the manager, he is really into the thing, into board games. So he kind of looked at the cost of board games and, how much it should cost and all that kind of stuff. It really, I mean, research really is going to pay off on this. And you see some projects that just really did not do their research. I'm not sure if you guys knew about another video game. It wasn't a Kickstarter. It was just trying to be crowdfunded that tried to get a $10 million budget selling the game at $1.
Really?
You guys didn't hear about that?
Uh-huh.
Okay, these people in some place in Europe, I think it was, someplace in Europe. These guys were trying to make a video game, and they needed a $10 million budget. And so they decided to crowdfund it, and their goal was, we will sell the game for $1 if we get 10 million people to buy it. And, of course, they failed miserably. Because if they had just bothered to do the research, even the most sold video game of all time has not sold 10 million copies. So, I mean, it's absurd. It's absurd to even expect that even at a $1 price, you're going to be able to sell 10 million copies. It's just not going to happen. They were not even close.
Well, that's awesome that you were able to do what you did with Kickstarter, and I think that you're in a very small percentage of people that get to do something like that. I mean, I can imagine people even fund their project successfully, let alone get that amount of money. So, I mean, and in fact, the one which you asked for 500 and you got 25,000 is pretty amazing. Do you know offhand if a lot of people that donated to the one donated to the second as well, or you have no idea?
Oh yes, absolutely. It does come with a kind of a loyalty thing involved. A lot. It's kind of weird because when we go to conventions and stuff, we go as webcomic artists, and people go up to meet you and all that kind of stuff, and it's people that know you from your webcomic, from your art. But we've had people that have absolutely no idea about the webcomic or the art. They just bought the game on Kickstarter, and that's how they became fans. And it kind of became like its own community. It's really weird that way. It kind of became its own community. You look at people on Kickstarter, and there's people that have backed 60, 90 things, sometimes with $1 each one, and it just kind of became a place for people to check out like interesting ideas and just show their support. And you really see all sorts of things. I mean, I've seen everything from books to movies to music. I think Amanda Palmer from Dresden Dolls. I don't know if you ever heard.
Yeah, I'm familiar with them.
Yeah, her latest CD, she kickstarted it.
Yeah, I saw that. She made a ton of money.
Yeah, I think didn't Tom Hanks' son had a Kickstarter for some kind of music project. I was like, what? It's just like, I don't know. It's just amazing. I mean, it's like you could be celebrities can have a Kickstarter if they wanted to. I don't know. I mean,
yeah, I mean, anybody can do it. Anybody can do it, and there's really, I mean, yeah, there's gonna be people that are really big, really huge, and get like the millions. But I mean, if you're not big, if you're not huge,
25,000 is not such a bad number. I mean, right?
Oh no. I mean, it's like if you're not a celebrity, you can.
I mean,
still,
5,000 would be interesting. Would be cool. But 25. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking my ball. What can I say?
No, but since they're constantly evaluating the stuff that is there, they'll take their pick of the day and put it on the front page and all that kind of stuff. I mean, even if you're not a celebrity.
I mean, I could make a movie for 25. Definitely make a movie. Maybe
exactly.
2 movies for 25,000.
Exactly. I mean, if you make a good presentation video and you put it there and you offer some good backing incentives, there's already been movies made through Kickstarter.
Right. Yeah, no, I tried it a little bit, but it's just a matter of like sense and sensibility and like the amount of time. Like if you put out for a movie, and it gets funded, the chances of that movie paying off, it might take 1 to 5 years before you see anything before it's done.
Oh yes, that is actually if you look at Scurvy Dogs, we funded that in September of last year, and it's not out yet. It's going to be out in August. But you have to keep your backers up to date. I mean, you have to give them updates. You have to tell them what you're doing with their money. Show them and give them progress reports and stuff like that. There's really nothing that forces
kind
you
of
to
a
do
courtesy,
that.
right?
Yeah, I mean, there's not a rule
you don't
that you have to do that. But I mean, come on, these people helped you fund your dream project. The least you can do is tell them what you're doing.
No,
Matthew, did you try that since you've been on Google Plus? You said you tried Kickstarter? Or
No, not since Google Plus. I didn't try it in Kickstarter. I used Kickstarter before Google Plus, but as far as I just Kickstarter the whole, we have to hit a goal and all that. I was like, look, if people want to, and maybe it is presentation and perception, but I think, like, honestly, if you want to give me money to support what I'm doing, and I can tell you I'm doing this and that and this, like, I don't see why not just send me the PayPal money as a donation. But I guess people feel like that is weird versus, oh, I donated to your Kickstarter project versus just giving it to you.
Yeah, Sergio, what do you think of Indiegogo?
Yeah, there's Indiegogo, there's another one.
Well,
a bunch of them.
Yeah, a lot of people actually asked us that why didn't we use that, especially because Kickstarter, since it's so American, let's call it that way, a lot of people that are not in America really kind of feel like you should use something else. And I mean, we haven't tried Indiegogo, but I mean, they're not the only 2 options. Kickstarter, I would go with it because it is the most popular, so you are going to get the most exposure through it. But I mean, any way you can get something crowdfunded, even if you do it like you just said, like, okay, you set up a website and just PayPal me the money, and even if you do it that way.
Yeah,
there is, of course, the matter of, you do something that way, just a website and a PayPal, and give me money, and people are going to be wondering, like, who the hell are you?
Right. Well, it's interesting how people's brains work. When it's all the same, there's so many, in Google Plus you'll find perception's a big thing. Like, there's a lot of perception about people, about how things work, and then you're like, this person is either what they say they are, or they're a complete, like, opposite of what they say they are. Just like projects and things like that. It's like, people get these, I think people aren't open-minded enough. A lot of people are like, oh, well, I think this because it's put up this way, but this is put up that way, so I'm going to give money to that. Like I said, there are people willing to give money to people to travel and do things like, you know, go to South by Southwest or California or whatever, they're like, oh yeah, I'll give money to that person because I want that person to be able to do that. And then they look at your project, they're like, I don't really care about that, you know?
Well, I mean, there's always going to be, I mean, okay, this is going to sound horrible, and I apologize.
No,
but,
it's true, though.
But there's no shortage on idiots. I mean, the world is filled with them. So, I mean, I've seen projects like, there was this one guy that wanted to fund a Lego project that he had, and it really wasn't anything relevant. He kind of wanted to build the entire level 1-1 of the original Super Mario with
Was
Lego.
it Perillo? Probably. Why would he have to fund it? All right, he has a million people.
He just wanted to build level 1-1 of Super Mario with
And take
Legos.
a picture of it to show everybody?
Yeah, that was, he just wanted to do like an art exhibit, and
how
that
much
was
money did he ask for?
He was asking for like $28,000.
And he got like $500,000?
Which actually people like were calculating, and they were saying, man, you're not asking for enough, because I mean, people can actually calculate how much it is going to cost to build a Lego project based on the size and knowing the price of Legos.
How much does it cost to buy a thing of Legos?
People were calculating that he would need at least like almost $40,000 to build what he wanted to build in Lego. Then again,
Who are these people? Are these architects? George Costanza?
It's Chris Perillo. Chris
Perillo. Was it?
No. I mean, you can actually. I mean, I don't do it because I'm really not interested. But you can actually just by volume calculate how much it's going to cost you in Legos.
You have to know like Super Mario World 1-1 like by heart before you know how many bricks you'll need.
I think most of us do.
Yeah.
If we got hypnotized.
You know the difference between $28,000 in Legos and $40,000 in Legos in your head, and you can calculate that to the level 1-1. There's a lot of space.
Subconsciously, you probably know the whole map by head.
But then you would get people like saying like, look, dude, you're just asking us to fund your hobby. I mean, it's like.
Well, everything is considered a quote unquote hobby. Give me a break.
No, yeah, but I mean, there was really no reason. I mean, he wasn't selling anything. He wasn't like planning to do anything. It's just a guy that got like a wild hair up his ass saying that he wanted to build a very big Lego set and he wanted people to pay for it.
You know
so yeah, everybody said that. Like, no, we're not going to give you money. You go to the Kickstarter, and he was making money.
I think the most amazing thing to me is people would rather give money to get a game they might play once or twice, or not to put your game down, or watch a Lego guy do whatever, than pay money to something that delivers them entertainment or information or something they look at every day or every week, where they're like, oh, this is something I enjoy each week, and I get it's new, and I get new value out of it, versus, oh, here's an object that they built, and I'm going to use it when I have time, but I'm too busy on the internet watching what's going on, like, right here, you know? So.
It's weird what people are willing to
All
pay
three
for.
of them right now.
Hey, there's at least 350 pennies.
I kind of get the feeling that you're talking about something specific.
I would never do that, not on my own show.
Yeah,
no, but it's not. It's just. There's a lot of it. I mean, it's like Google Plus. There's been a lot of content, a lot of great stuff put out there, and so, you know, for people to continuously do this, they're not like. I don't think I'm going to sit here until I'm 100 years old, doing it every single week, and then by the time I'm 100, be like, all right, thanks for donating your pennies. I'm going to die now. You know. I hope not.
Well,
Camera one over here. Wait. Let me do John Stewart. Yes, I'm talking to you.
Well, it sounds like he knows how to do his job.
Help me. I need you to help me. Please help me. All right, see? No one's going to watch this far. They're going to miss the comedy gold.
Yeah, you're about to get muted on your own show.
That was fun.
It was fun to get to know your nose.
Right. I hope it was clean for you. It wasn't.
It was a little bit red, but otherwise okay.
Well, must be the reindeer.
I'm gonna take it off, guys.
Oh, well, this show should have ended like hours ago, but since we got into Kickstarter.
Okay, Mike started. I'm jumping in.
We should. All right, well, Mike, thanks for joining us. I think we should all wrap up. It's cool, Rodney Pike.
Welcome. Everybody else, you're welcome too.
Later, Mike.
We enjoyed you.
Get yo.
See you guys.
And check out Cliffrod's painting of you, picture of you.
Yes, do that.
Because he will not. He needs help. He needs help too, Cliffrod. See, Rodney. Oh, bye. He left before you did. He's quicker than you.
I know. He's like,
I've been here for like 5 hours.
He probably got burnt out long before I did.
I know, and he probably's like, oh my God, I had to drink water, I have to urinate. Rappaport doesn't give a shit. I don't care.
All right, good night, guys.
Good night, Mike.
Okay, man. Good night. Nice meeting.
Art.com, maybe.
Okay, well, I think I'm gonna split as well.
Yeah, we're wrapping up. Say your goodbyes. Plug your website.
It was really nice talking to you guys. I kind of get a feeling that I ended up talking.
No, we wanted that actually because we were talked out, and you were talking about something that you have some kind of expertise on.
Well, I mean, if you ever like want to talk more about Kickstarter, I'd be happy to ask Dern to kind of pop in sometime, and because he really got it down to a science. I mean,
is that your manager?
Yeah, he's. I mean, everything I've said about Kickstarter, I just learned by watching him. You know, I'm just saying what I saw. Yeah, he is. His name is. I'll give you a link to him.
And I see you have a cat there. Very nice.
Oh yeah, I have 4 of them.
Speaking of not being interested in cats, what? Oh, what?
I got like 4 of them.
You realize I'm taking pictures of your cat? Wait.
Oh,
we're all gonna
so I can post them and bother you. And be like, hey, look at this cat!
Oh, I love my cats. You can post a picture of them. I'll just think it's okay, that's personal, so not interested.
Exactly. What? That's a picture of me. I don't want to see that.
Okay, the guy, okay, wait. No.
You know, oh, here's a tip. You can hover, you can hover over our boxes and click on our name to get to our profile, right?
Your boxes? Oh yeah, okay, I see that.
You knew that, right? And you can click over.
I did not know that.
Well, there you go. There's a tip number 7. You give us 100 Kickstarter tips. So you can just click open, everybody. We actually wanted a way to circle people from inside the Hangout, but they're not yet advanced enough to do that. They have another year before that maybe happens.
Okay.
They're not watching either. Wow.
In case you guys want to talk to my manager, he's actually very, very knowledgeable in Kickstarter. So if you ever want to have him on the show and talk to him about that, cool. I just posted his name right there. I don't even know if I could do that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, there's his name. You guys talk to him.
No, it just means more audience, more potential Kickstarter donators. Yeah, why wouldn't you like that? That's the money. All right, Conversations Plus, Andy Stuart. Any last-minute Edinburgh Hurl updates?
Yeah, just to remind everybody that the Hurl in Edinburgh is from the 12th to the 15th of July, and we've got a great range of activities and photo walks, etc., just to keep us on the photograph theme. Yeah, all going down. It'll be a great weekend. So get yourself along to Edinburgh if you possibly can.
That sounds good. Will there be dancing girls in hula skirts?
I don't know. We'll have to speak to Dolly about that and see what she can organise.
All right, Dolly, if you want to be in a hula skirt, I might be able to get. No, I still can't afford it. That's awesome. Daniel Enloe, of course, photographer extraordinaire, and planning New York City Photo Walk Part 2, hopefully, with some Scott Firestein action and see what happens. Obsidian, Abnormal, Scurry Dogs, Sergio.
Yeah, Sergio Villa. It's a very sexy name. I don't use it because it's probably intimidating. I mean,
really? You think when people see you and you tell them your name, that Sergio, that's what's intimidating, not your arms or hands or.
Yeah, I mean.
Obsidian is much better.
No, actually, I use it because it's easier. I mean, well, actually, in art, I just call myself O, and that's a lot easier all over the world. I mean, everybody's going to be able to pronounce O. Well,
a lot of people do.
Yeah. Well, if you tell people, yeah, your wives call out my name.
What? Wow. I should stage it for that one. Paul Roustan, you do some body painting, you have a website, yeah, people know who you are. You should be on the SUL one day. You stop painting naked people, you paint clothed people.
Get me on there.
That should be good. And I see you got a little haircut there for the, since I haven't seen you for a year.
Did I?
Maybe. Hangout Conversations Plus will be back next Thursday, I think with Matt Gibson or some other unique person that Obsidian may be interested in, unless he or she is a photographer, and then Obsidian will not be joining us. And so enjoy your night. If you watch this far, may God have mercy on your soul. And seriously, good night. Farewell. Go +1 on Goose. I don't know. All right.
Adios.